greets me and we start talking. He goes, man, you smell great. And I was like, oh, thank you. Okay. But then like now in the back of my head.
You smell like burnt toast.
Right? It smells like a diaper. Anyways, with burnt hair. That's what Sex Panther will do to people. Then we talk, whatever. And then when I walk in, and I've noticed, by the way, like I am no Sean Cunningham. I have 3 colognes in my possession. There is one in particular that I wear. It is the only one you've ever commented on. But what I do, here's my cologne process, okay? When I'm out of the shower and shirtless, and everyone, I want you to take a moment and enjoy that visual. I'm in front of my little bathroom mirror and all that. Maybe, I don't know, towel, no towel, depends. Just depends.
You're just wearing Depends?
Just depends. I will take my cologne and I will spray it kind of above my shoulders and I just let it fall. One, psst, that's it. One, psst, and then drop. That's it. Because although I believe that the best smell is soap, I think clean is the best smell. But not everyone shares that. Also, I want to smell good for you, Jason. But what I don't want to do here, I've always thought when I smell cologne strong on somebody, and I do believe this to be true, there's only 2 options. Number one, they're my friend Boris from when I was in high school when we used to go out and he just basically dove into the bathtub of cologne. Or B, they're masking something. They're masking something. Look, maybe, there's people that are naturally smelly. Let's be honest. People that sweat a lot, whatever. You got to do what you got to do, and I appreciate the effort. I don't ever want to be guy that, because I'm just afraid everybody else thinks the same thing. So I walk past somebody, oh, he smells good. What's he masking? I'm not masking anything. I just put a little bit of cologne on. Clean. So when I get 2 people saying that now it's a great compliment and thank you, but also I'm like, God, did I?
No, like right now I don't smell it. It's when you walked in, you walked by, there was a waft, and I said, off top, Dave, you smell great.
That's gonna be a thing. Off top.
I had to let you know.
Yeah, had to let you know. Standing by. Yeah. So, okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, look, no Chris in the middle.
Hey, I see him over my shoulder. See him?
Yeah, but then no. Is
glass.
that Kyle's mic? Wow. Oh, that's his shoulder. I see. It's his left shoulder.
Looked like the chair. Huh?
Yeah, it did look like the chair, didn't it?
Yeah.
Secondly, let's close the loop. Let's close the loop on yesterday. So, shockingly, I was correct. When I got home, I confronted my firstborn child. And as soon as I mentioned, and all I simply did was I said, hey, let's play a game of be honest. You go first. I walked into the shower this morning, and I realized when I went, and as soon as I said I realized, I saw the look. I didn't need to ask her. I saw the look of understanding and, oh, God, come over her face. And then it took about a second. And hold on a second. Chris? Okay. There's just so much hate I have right now for no reason. I saw her realization. It took about a second and then immediately started the defense attorney. She wasn't necessarily making an excuse. She was just already like, I'm sorry. I did it. I took it. I should put it back. Blah, 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 blah. So we had this conversation, and it turned into, and this is where I just really dadded out, I think, because I was like, look, I don't know if I'm more bothered that you did the thing you knew you were not supposed to. By the way, with the way our hours work, either your mother or myself are awake almost 24 hours a day because of our sleep schedules. Somebody was available when you went to do this. You could have asked. Had she asked, I would have said, yes, put it back. Of course I would have. But it's the act of getting in the shower and being shampooless that was the problem. I said, I don't know if I am more worried about you taking my shampoo and not putting it back, or the fact that you know it's wrong, you did it, and then you forgot to put it back. That then turned into a half-hour lecture on this is why I'm not a huge fan of you getting your driver's license and why I'm okay with your brother getting a driver's license. And then I explained driving and what goes into driving and how dangerous it can be, and how my issue with her is that her
she may borrow another person's car.
She could and not give it back.
Yeah.
That it requires a decision-making tree and quick decisions and responsible decisions and which I know that's what gets to her is because she really, really wants to drive. So we had this conversation in this lecture and we tabled the punishment until dinner time. Well, the reason we tabled the punishment till dinner time is that though I was absolutely correct about that, the one thing that was that was confusing me yesterday was not that. I knew that was her. But my clippers were also gone. That one was weird. My clippers are never gone. She's home. My clippers are gone. She has no use for the clippers. She does not grow a beard. So it occurred to me before I even asked her about the clippers, it's like something clicked in my head. I went, oh, God, I think I know what happened. My son has finally graduated to shaving on his own. And the process, because he has his own shaving cream, he has his own razor, but the process, the thing he does not have, which I will now get him, is, he'll let it grow out his little, patchiness, and he, will shave that first with the clippers to get it down to a stubble and then shave that. I went, oh my God, Mason took my clippers, and he went into his bathroom, and that's why my little thing I told you about, the little blanket I put around my neck to catch beard hairs, that's why that's gone too, because he took that as he was instructed to do, and he used that before he shaved, but he did not return it. So I saved myself because I was also going to say, what did you do with the clippers? And I didn't do the clippers, and now it's almost like she got a win because why would you accuse me of that? How dare you? So when we're having dinner that night, I end up being like, last night, it's great, man. Like, I am such a Clark Griswold for this stuff. Like, it's my wife, the two kids, me. We're all sitting around the table enjoying a nice hard shell taco meal with beans and rice. It's a great, great meal. No TV on. Just sitting around talking. And, of course, I
say everybody was on their phone.
No, phone's down. And then I just kind of start in, okay, Avery did it. Mason, and I confront him about the clippers, and he goes, oh, yeah. Now, Mason's a little bit different because I go, I don't expect that. With Avery, it's you've done this a billion times and blah, blah, blah. With Mason, it's more of a, I'm just kind of disappointed. I don't expect this out of you. You're usually better than this. So take me through the thought process. And he's like, did you know you should put it back? And Mason, who is just brutally honest, he doesn't mean, he's not trying to be a smart ass. He just goes, yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it while I was doing it, remember to put it back. But then I just got distracted and I just didn't put it back. And I said, well, with your sister, she's been punished so many times for these things that motivates her to put things back. And I don't want to get in trouble. Do you think maybe a consequence will help you prevent that in the future? He's like, probably. I mean, honestly, I don't really think of consequences. And I was like, okay. He just serves it up on a platter. So their bathroom is basically, I would say, charitably, I would say this is something you may find at, that stretch between basically Stockton, or I should say Modesto and Bakersfield on 5 or 99. You've driven it many times. A low rent gas station bathroom that you might find on that corridor. So the tub, the sink, and the toilet are the three things that are gross that need to be cleaned. Everything else is whatever. Just get the stuff out of there. So they'll be doing that today, and then we had kind of a lottery to see because somebody's got to do 2 of the 3. Mason's going to do 2 of the 3, so we're fine there. But then, so we get all that handled, right? And then we have plans this weekend because I've got my children in town. Also, the other couple we tend to travel with, all that my kids grew up with, their son goes to UC Santa Cruz. And he's in town this weekend. So we're all going to go up to the cabin and like we did, we've got a whole weekend planned. I mean, this is prime dad stuff. Get there Friday. We just got built a fire pit up there, and we got from the storms they had. We got a bunch of wood and stuff.
You can go grab the pizza oven from across the fence.
You darn right I can, Jason. We're gonna fire pit it and do s'mores Friday night after
we warm, isn't it?
A little bit probably, but we'll get through it. Lunch on Saturday is gonna be we got skewers up there, so we're gonna do little hot dogs over the fire, and we're gonna do a hike to the thing. We got a whole thing planned, right? And one of the things I did when I got there is I have one of those I don't know if you've seen these inflatable big giant inflatable movie screens with a projector. And so we're gonna fire pit, and I'm gonna set up the movie projector, and everybody can sit and fire pit and some more, and we're gonna watch a movie. I don't know what movie we're watching. It's not important, but we're gonna watch a movie and hang out. All these things planned, right? Well, it turns out that, and this is where Melissa knew I was gonna lose it. After I was done, she's like, well, this is probably not the best time to bring this up. And I'm like, dude, this is going to be awesome. What are we doing here? What is coming my way? Well, Mason has a band commitment Saturday morning at 8 a.m. And then it actually overlaps directly after that. He has his end of basketball season party. And basketball is kind of a sore subject around there because it goes basically, including Melissa's coaching, from like September to February. Melissa coaches 2 teams. Mason plays. They're never home. Things are weird. Nothing gets done during the week. Everything's stuffed to the weekend. Everybody's tired on the week. Like we just have a weird house for 7 months out of the year. I thought basketball was done. No, basketball is not done. He's got to do this. He's got to do that. And the amount of times we've had to cancel or do something else because of this stuff. So we worked that out. That wasn't great. And then she dropped the whole thing that also his coach wants him to play AAU this summer. And then now it's like, okay, I don't know what to do here because I don't want to be
oh, man, I'm out of cash.
First off, I don't like AAU. I'm not a huge fan of the whole AAU setup in the first place. Secondly, look, I love my child. He's not going to be Division I. We're not going to see him in the draft in a few years. I'm pretty sure of that. AAU basketball is also travel basketball. It costs money. Fine. Put that aside for a second. Though it does. It also involves like several games a week during the summer, traveling all over. It's a commitment, right? Which would effectively make it would make basketball effectively almost year round.
Plus, he has a summer trip.
He has a summer trip in June. This is also, he will be 18 in October, and I got to admit, that's really, really ringing in my ears right now. And then next year's his last year in high school. Soccer will start. They do soccer in the fall. Soccer will start in August. That'll go into basketball, and then February hits when basketball ends. Then it's college acceptance, hopefully. And then it's summer before college, and then he's gone. And so I'm stuck between, on one hand, like I want the kid to do all the things. I love having a kid. He's not sitting at home wanting to play video games and fart around. He wants to go out. He's doing an athletic thing, team building, bonding, all this stuff. And to be honest, it's an almost certainty that the sport he loves the most, that he has played since he was 5, this next year is his final year of organized basketball. That's probably almost certainly the case. So I'm really stuck between, am I being a selfish you-know-what by saying, no, dude, enough is enough. We have stuff we're going to do this summer. I'm trying to pile as much family time as I can, as many trips and, togetherings that I can do. Like, you have basketball 7 months out of the year. That's enough. Plus, you're playing in AAU, and I also got to be honest, he did AAU last year and the year before. They're not good compared to the other teams in AAU. So you're basically traveling and paying to go watch your kid and his team get absolutely thrashed 90. I'm not talking about like, oh, they tried hard and lost by 20. I'm talking about, final score 72-24.
Yeah, but think of the pick they'll get.
The what? Yeah, exactly.
You asked for it, you
got it. I'm gonna 3D print. So I don't know. I'm really stuck on this one, man. I always try to crowdsource parenting. I don't know if it's worth the time, the expense.
Ask Uncle Chris.
Yeah, hey Chris, what do you do?
What does he want to do?
Huh?
What does he want to do?
I think so I asked him.
I don't know.
Well, it is always an I don't know. He goes, well, I do kind of want to play. It started out with I want to play. And I said, well, can you tell me why? It turns out that I think his primary motivation for wanting to play is that his coach wants him to play and a bunch of his teammates are playing. And I said, and the thing that's throwing me is I said, if your coach didn't care and you had maybe one or two teammates playing, would you want to care? He's like, or would you want to play? He's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Probably not. I think he feels obligated to play more than he wants to play. And if I'm being frank about his coach, who I like very, very much, he's a good guy. This isn't me ripping him. But his coach is in like his mid-20s. He's single. He has no kids. He lives for this. Like coaching, and good, right? Like coaching is his life right now. It is every waking moment. Coach. That is not the situation we're in. We have other things we want to do. Me. Oh, you mean as opposed to I? Oh, see, you're doing that.
As opposed to him?
Well, it's, sometimes, though, I feel like you walk the line between what does he want to do and what is long-term best for him? Is he going to remember those AAU moments? By the way, it also comes with practice and all the time spent, all the dinners missed, all the events missed, all that, the vacations missed, the family time missed, all that, so that he can go get his ass kicked and pay a bunch of money for, 10 summer games.
Can I tell you a conversation I was having with my friend just on Monday?
You may.
We were both on the basketball team together, and we're talking about like our old dumb stuff that we used to do and trips that we used to do. And I said to him, and he agreed, that my favorite parts of being on the basketball team growing up weren't the games, weren't the losses, weren't the wins. It was hanging out with everybody.
All right, let me ask
friends that way.
Let me ask you this, and all jokes aside, because we joke about this, but I'm just being serious. How old were you when you lost your dad?
35.
Okay. Is there ever a time where, since then, do you ever find yourself going, I wish I hadn't done these things so that I could have spent more time? Look, let me explain where I'm going. I'm not planning on passing away anytime soon, but our time is limited. And what I'm wondering is, from your perspective, which is a good one, is how would you equate, for example, lost time with your parents, with your family to do, for example, basketball, as opposed to, well, maybe I wouldn't have done that. I would have rather spent more of that time, whether it's your dad or your mom or relatives or whoever, because that's really where I'm at right now, trying to figure out and understanding his perspective. Is he going to value the camaraderie and the basketball more in 20 years when he's in your spot? Or is it going to be more valuable to him to have the time with his sister and his mother and his dad and his family friends and the trips and all that?
He's going to have plenty of time not to play basketball after high school.
Yes. But he's going to have a lot of other stuff to do, too, that's not going to be family related. I mean, let's just be honest.
I think he's going to remember them both, I would guess, fondly. Like, I think I don't know. I'm trying to speak from a little perspective, I guess, where did a lot of sports growing up, and it was like, I don't know that I would to this day go, I wish I did less of that, or do I also go, because I did miss some family things.
Yeah.
I also don't think, but I try to do every other, like, I don't know, you have the great memories from when you did do the stuff with your friends and teammates, and you have the great memories from when you did the stuff with your family and vacations and outings. And
so that's what I'm trying to find.
But I mean, they both happen. Like, I think you're doing them anyway.
Yes, and that's the thing.
And not even with or without him, but like even the ones he is a part of, or all four of you are part of. I think they're all great, and sometimes it's, hey, it's three of us, it's two of us,
That's the balance I'm trying to find. I know there's positive in the family stuff, and by the way,
course.
his basketball is also family stuff. We all go. We all that's a thing. The dinners after, all that. I'm just trying to find the balance between how much of this and how much of that, and what is the balance, and is there too much on this side or too much on that side? I don't know. This is why, to be honest, sometimes that's why prophylactic commercials work. You don't have any of these issues. You save a lot of money. You get to watch what you want to watch on TV. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to pay for college.
Clippers stay right where they were. That's not even an NBA thing. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got a big show for you. The Kings is this a word? I've never seen this before, and I am here for it. Did the Clippers get blown out by the Spurs? There's no space between blown and out. Hello. But I feel like that should be a word. You have a blowout, but in past tense, they got blown out. I'm fine with that. Max Crosby went on the podcast and gave us a little behind the scenes on this whole Baltimore thing. We've got We'll hear from that. The World Baseball Classic wrapped up. Katie Christensen at 9 a.m. And I want to talk, don't duck, I want to talk about Russell Westbrook and 3 for Madness too, and how has he been the most difficult thing, through no fault of his own, has this been the most difficult, confusing thing to talk about and cover for both fans and media this year? I'll tell you what I mean. Kings get blown out. We'll talk about that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Running a business takes grit, vision, and a partner who believes in your success as much as you do. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built around you. The entrepreneurs, the growers, the dreamers powering our community. Whether you need flexible checking, faster payments, or financing to take your next big step, Valley Strong brings local expertise and real relationships to every stage of your business. Because when local businesses thrive, the whole valley grows stronger. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future. ValleyStrong.com/business.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, /handyman, /wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/pet sitter, /influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
The next 30 seconds could save you hundreds on your car insurance. At The Hartford, we're passionate about your protection. If you're 50 or over, AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford gives you benefits that really matter. And you could save $597 when you switch. How's that for a little peace of mind? Visit trusthartford.com today. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
2 words, prostate exam. Did your butt just clench? Relax. Screening starts with a simple, finger-free blood test. Around 1 in 8 men in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. but don't clinch. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right. Well, Kings Spurs last night. That was over quickly. That was over.
It literally was. The one good thing about it was, it was a blowout, no contest, but it was fast.
Yeah.
Hey, lose fast, fail fast. They did that. It was a quick game. Refs were like, yeah, we're not going to call fouls.
I will admit, although I had them, honestly, dude, I'm just being honest here, man. I have the two TVs outside.
Yeah. You were watching baseball.
I had the World Baseball Classic on the main one. I had the Sharks and Oilers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the tournament.
I had the Sharks. To be honest, I had the multi-view, and I did have what was it, Texas and NC State, I think. Mm-hmm. And I was just kind of checking the Kings game on, and I watched the second half. But I had the Kings and Spurs is just, it is what it is. Again, this is, well, it's what you asked for. Yeah, no, it's still not. Yeah, it's not a blast.
No.
This was a wire-to-wire for the Spurs, I believe I saw.
Yeah, they never trailed. There were two ties. 2 and 4-4. That was it.
And started with this guy.
To the rim and a two-hand flush. Henry, he gobbles up yardage like nobody we can recall in recent years in the NBA.
Well, there you go. That was
he rushed for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he did, as a matter of fact. Hey, somebody asked this before. Why hasn't a team in the NFL ever signed like a big old 7-footer just to chill in the end zone and catch balls? Now, I understand the obvious answer is if you're 7 feet tall, odds are you're getting your legs taken. You do not have a low center of gravity. But I like to think something like a Mark Eaton or a Zach Edey type. How would they legit? It's first and goal on the 9, and you just roll out Zach Edey, and he's just chilling in the end zone. Legitimately, if you just fire it up there, are those defenders batting the ball away? Can they actually?
They can get there.
Like if you throw, so Zach Edey is 7'4",
Yeah, but what's his vertical?
Next to nothing.
Okay,
it's my vertical.
I'll even go with short corner, like a 5'10", like athlete corner that's got a 38-inch vertical, 40-inch vertical. He's going to get up there.
So Zach Edey is 7'3". So what is that? That is 84 inches, 85. Okay, so that's 87 inches. 5'10", let's just call it 6 foot. That is, 72 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got to do arms.
That is a 15-inch vertical. And then Edey's aren't. Like, what is his standing? Isn't it almost 10 feet? Like, I don't think he can dunk standing.
But a 6-foot DB, that's an athlete can dunk. Now,
yeah, that's true.
You put it in the absolute perfect window, then maybe. Yeah. But I mean,
I think it's a second cousin to why don't they hire a sumo wrestler to play goalie in the NHL? Like, it's in theory.
Remember Mike Leach?
Huh?
Remember Mike Leach?
The basketball coach?
No,
or
the
football coach. Sorry,
he wanted to have a little person for short yard gains to where they would throw him.
Right, but then isn't that a rule where you? This is a real thing.
Yes.
No, it is 100%.
Like give them the ball and then
just launch them. Yeah, toss them.
I mean,
but isn't there a rule against that?
What rule
I thought you can. Isn't that like leveraging or something where you can't do that? Like face rings a bell.
Illegal.
So
something.
What do you think would be the better advantage?
Tossing
that.
You think that's a better advantage than the 7-footer? Well, I smell a poll question.
I just picture if they were light enough and you had like, I don't know, you put like 2 fullbacks or 2 big linemen in the backfield with them, and then they just like keg toss.
Okay, so here's what you do, right? Direct snap to little person. This is so bad. Direct snap to little person. Immediately you have 2 linemen, maybe. One grabs each leg. And you do like right? You need leverage. So you're swinging him.
Hold on to that ball.
And then you toss him. You're getting a good, 5 yards? Like, how are you blocking that? You can't. I mean, you're probably breaking a neck at some point. Also, really embarrassing look if somebody gets through that line. Then you're in mid-swing. Oh, I'm almost positive there's a rule against that.
I'll check the
and before anyone gets offended, let me just tell you something. If there wasn't a rule and that worked, somebody who is diminutive in size is getting paid a decent amount of money to get thrown, literally thrown around a football field. So is that our question? Which would be a bigger advantage? Let's just call them a highly challenged person being physically tossed across the line, or Zach Edey in the end zone.
I think we've got a dual signing. So we sign both.
Yeah.
And you throw the diminutive one
to the 7-footer. Yes.
To protect.
Do not spike the football. Yes.
Perfect sense.
The chat says if you can tush push, you should be able to toss somebody. I got to think there's a rule, but.
I need to find someone in my family.
Uh-huh.
Because we have tush push. We could have the toss Ross.
The Ross toss. Well, now you got me thinking, okay, a sumo wrestler in the net doesn't work. They've shown, like, you have to have better reflexes. There's no way, even with equipment, like, these guys are so good they can get it past the goalie. But, like, legitimately, is there any rule against having 2?
2 goalies?
Yeah. Like, if you had 2 giant, like, Akibono sumo wrestlers, like, huge dudes, and, like, this guy is on the right side of the goal, and he is.
So you sacrifice one on the ice.
You basically are playing one down, but nobody is scoring, dude. Like, it's impossible. I think you could do that for one game. And maybe, by the way, there's probably some hockey nut out there that's like, no, it violates the Conn Smythe rule. We don't know. So help us.
You can only have one in the crease.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. Hey, maybe that's it. So, anyways, Kings lost.
Yeah, they tried their best. I don't know if they had fun.
I think my biggest question about last night's game is, and this really isn't a shot, it's not a shot at, because I asked this on social media last night, people thought I was taking a shot at DeMar DeRozan. I'm not. I actually prefer this for the long term, but, like, how do you go from, like, averaging 37 points a game, and then last night, like, it's not, I don't care that it's not so much that he scored 2 points, but 4 shots in 17 minutes? Like, will the real DeMar DeRozan, not the real DeMar DeRozan, but whatever he is, stand up? Like, are you the 30-something point a game? Even if last night, for example, if he'd have played like 30 minutes and was 3 of 16, okay, he had a bad night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, my best answer would be this. Couple things. One would be the Spurs really were doubling him right away on the catch, so it's like, all right, we're going to try to slow him down. Number 2, I think last night was an example of where we are in the season. The Spurs are playing great, and they have motivations to win, and they're really good, and they ended that game early. With the exception of the Clippers game, like the Kings have been playing better.
Right.
And winning and having better results. I mean, Utah, Indiana,
Well, he did have that game against Charlotte, though, right?
Yeah. Now they lost, but yes.
They lost,
but
right.
And the Clippers, they played amazing. Like, that's the game where you look at it and go, it's tough to be mad at that because they played great. But I think last night you ran into a good team that was motivated, that had a game plan. And then also it was like, well, we'll let this night be the night that – it also – that's the look a little bit when you play a good team and you don't rely as much on Russ and DeMar.
Yeah.
It's not that they would have won, but it's a little ugly.
Well, Russ played 25 minutes, DeMar played 17, and they led the team, if that's what you call it, in plus. I mean, DeMar DeRozan played 17 minutes and led the team with minus 30.
Oh, he was the highest.
He was the highest.
Yeah.
And then Russ was second at minus 27, but I think that's just because they were playing when this.
Yeah.
Somebody, we got a break. Somebody last night, big Russ fan, who I go back and forth with, we were arguing. He said something that stuck in my head. He said, they're at the point now where you're talking about 2 future Hall of Famers. They're not going to play if the game's not close.
That's fine.
Doug's going to pull them if it's not close. They're not going to have them wasting minutes.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on there. We'll talk about it more. We'll take a break when we come back. And Chris, tell me during the break where this is living right now, audio-wise. By the way, good job, sales. Max Crosby is not happy with how that whole trade thing happened, and it's not because he blames the Raiders. We'll talk about that and a move from yesterday in the NFL as well. A little bit of NFL before we get to 3 for Madness. We'll start that next. Right here on Sactown Sports.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Upgrade your parking spot during Sky River Casino's $1 million Park Your New Ride giveaway for a chance to win a brand new Audi Q7. Grab a free daily entry at our promo kiosk, and with 100 bonus entries every Monday, your luck could turn to luxury. Winners drawn every Saturday in March and April, with 2 guaranteed Audi Q7 winners during our grand finale drawings. Visit skyriver.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or over.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot make your email response time faster. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you find space for your 3 desk drinks. Why do you have 3? And while we can't help you find the perfect volume for your presentation video, LinkedIn can help you find the perfect audience for your business. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
What's up? Chad Hoblett's with us from Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Declaration of Deals sales event?
There's nothing more American than a Jeep. And with the Declaration of Deals, now is the time to get your hands on a new Jeep Wrangler Willys when you save up to $7,500 off MSRP. This is the most capable and versatile 4x4 Jeep on the road, and it could be yours.
Well, what else do you have?
We have it all. When you check out the certified pre-owned Supercenter, we have over 200 vehicles waiting for you, including nearly 120 vehicles under $30,000. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet and take advantage of our award-winning customer service. As a 5th-generation dealer, you're not a number, you're family.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$7,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys after $3,000 factory rebates and $4,500 Hoblet discounts. Rebates may include $1,500 select inventory cash on select inventory, $1,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis. 5% savings, see dealer for details.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Christopher Law, Jason Ross. Text line is now open. Thanks to Jason. Appreciate that. From the 209, Chris, I hope you poop your pants today at work. It's a unnecessary shot at Chris. Also from the 209, I like where the 209 is going today, by the way. There's going to be 2 texts that are interesting. To our earlier conversation about what if, as Coach Mike Leach once wanted to do, what if an NFL team had a little person that you could, much like a tush push, throw across the line of scrimmage? What if a defensive back intercepts said little person and returns him for a touchdown with the ball? I believe that's actually would be a touchdown.
I guess traveling.
No, that'd be a safety.
No, wait.
No, it'd be
it'd be a forward progress
yeah.
lost. Yeah, that's what it is, actually. You're right.
And I did do a little investigating. You can't.
A little.
You can't lift or tug somebody.
Tug.
But you can push somebody. So if you had like 2 guys behind the quarterback or that person, maybe if you push really hard.
Snap the ball. Okay, I got it. Strongest man on the team is in a crouched position. Little person is on his lap. So think about the big linebacker, let's call it, whatever, is coming in. Or offensive lineman. He is in a crouched position, a couple feet behind the center. Snap, shotgun style, to little person, who then kind of he's in the offensive lineman's lap, but he kind of rolls into a ball, and the offensive lineman has his hands it is technically, actually this would be sort of a tush push. He has the lineman, whoever, has his hands like this dude's, he's balancing on kind of like on his cheeks. His hands are on his butt. As soon as the little person gets the ball and balls up, then guy like shot put, basically.
But isn't that lifting?
It's pushing. Well, what's the difference between push and lift?
Like lift, I would think is you're taking someone off the ground.
Yeah, that's air. They're already off the ground. Pushing is just
like if they're falling back into you.
And at that point, why wouldn't you just snap the ball to the strongest person on the team?
And then just
go
forward? Because that person's not.
But you can't push. You can't launch. Yeah. That's a launch.
You can't launch. Yeah. Failure to launch.
Right. Personal foul, launching.
Prepare to launch.
Business launch.
Launch lady.
Launch pail.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Launch Simmons, rest in peace. Hey, if we can do lunch, I can do lawn.
Yeah. The Brady launch.
Oh, son of a 1-800-912-1140. So, Max Crosby.
Yeah. With 2 X's.
With two X's. Max, which is short for Maximilian, I believe.
No.
I don't know if that's
not
true.
Maximum.
Max Effect.
TJ Maxx.
Return of the Max.
Oh.
So he spoke on the Rush with Max podcast. I listened to I'm not going to play this whole clip because there's some swears a little bit of the way through. You did clip it up. Oh, okay, my bad. I'll find that then because I watched that during the break. He had thoughts and kind of explained the whole, got traded to Baltimore, didn't get traded to Baltimore. I'm not a Baltimore. I'm Baltimore, and then what happened? Here he is talking about being back and returning by training camp from his injury.
They tell me, like, yeah, we're going to get back to you. Like, we're going to get some more opinions and things. Like, we obviously want you, this, and that. And I'm like, all right. Like, okay, so we'll see. So I don't know. So then I leave. I'm like, this is what the Yeah. I get back to the hotel, bro. I'm like, what the going on? Like, what does this mean? Like, I'm calling whatever. Then I talk to Neil. Neil calls me, and he called me way down. He's like, Max, don't listen to any of that. He's like, your knee is great. You're exactly where you're supposed to be or even ahead of schedule. He's like, you're doing everything right. He's like, they know you had your surgery 9 weeks ago. It's obviously if you get an MRI, like he's like showing me literally like the actual literature of like, this is where it needs supposed to be at from a meniscus repair. Like there can be MRIs that could be misleading because it's still fresh in surgery and this and this and that. He's like, listen, you're doing everything right. Everything's going well. We're going to keep sticking to the plan. He's like, you will be back by training camp. That has been the timeline since the beginning. That hasn't changed.
Okay. Max then goes on. There's a whole thing. Let's do this clip first because it kind of comes. But he got there. I don't want to repeat what he's about to say, but he got to Baltimore, and he just felt the vibes were off from the beginning with the GM.
I didn't get to see the GM at all. I thought I was going to see him when I first got there. I didn't see him for 5 hours.
So he didn't come out the whole time you're testing or doing your physical. Everyone's talking about the GM. Never came once out to see you.
And I don't know why. I'm not going to speculate. I didn't see him one time. I even asked the girl. I was like, "Where's Eric at?" Like, I want to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, he just made the trade. Like, I didn't see him for 5 hours. So I go and do my thing. At the end, they're like, "Yeah, I'll take you up." Joe was like, "I'll take you up and you go see the head coach, whatever, just before you leave." I was like, "Hell yeah!" I was like, "That's what I want to say what's up to him." So I went back up, and I dap him up, and you could just tell like the energy was a little bit off. And the GM was standing in like the hall, like in the room next to me to the right. And that was the first time I seen him. And, I'm just in my head, like this is a whirlwind. Like I'm so excited, like fired up. You know what I mean? Like this is a new opportunity, whatever. And you could just tell the energy was off. Like I dapped him up. He had like a blank face.
Okay. And then before we go to break, one more here. This is where he kind of got it broken to him, no pun intended, about their concerns.
Go into the room. they sit me down on the couch, and he's like, man, I don't know how to say this, but, you know, one of our doctors has concerns with, you know, with the results and whatever, like with your knee, like some of them have, you know, are concerned about the future and da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, we really want you, and this is what it is, but, you know, we're just going to have to get more and more opinions. And I was like, the first thought in my head, like, I was terrified because I'm thinking in my head, like, what the like, I just had, like, Neil Elitrosh, best surgeon in the country, like, the best of the best. He's done all my surgeries for the most part. Like, that's my guy. Like, I go to his house. Like, that's my dude. Like, he's the best. So I haven't even got to talk to him, or I hadn't got to talk to CJ at that point. So it just kind of hit me. I'm like, what the is there something wrong? Like, I'm freaking out, like, low key, deep down. I'm like, I can't get another surgery. I can't, like, my time. I'm like, this is up. So I'm like, what is going on, bro?
Bro.
Don't know. Sounds weird. He's glad he's back.
Yeah.
Did we check, by the way? And I know we got a break here. I'm sure I'm guessing they don't, because I feel like I would have heard it, but we don't. We don't have the new schedule out yet, right?
No, not yet.
I wonder if
they know who they're playing, but I don't remember.
Are they playing the Ravens?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. Russell Westbrook, De'Aaron Fox and booing, and we'll do a lottery simulation as well. We got a lot to go over. We're so happy you're with us. Hour number 2 coming up next.
The madness is here, and so is your shot at $1 million. Enter the Sactown Sports 1140 Basketball Mayhem Bracket Challenge. It's free and open to fans nationwide. Head to SactownSports.com, build your bracket, and see if you've got what it takes. This contest is brought to you by Power Business Technology. For all your business copier needs, call 1-844-POWER-BZ or visit PowerCopiers.com. Don't sleep on this. Get your picks in now.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is, live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, this guy's been holding through the break. 1-800-912-1140.
Raiders don't play that.
They don't play the Ravens. Thank you for paying that off. That's what the consultants say to do, and you are a professional. I'm looking at the caller ID here. So is it Jason?
Yes.
Good morning, Jason.
Hi.
You're on with Jason.
Good morning. Hey, real quick about your AAU issue. If the coach is putting the team in a wrong division, there's usually 3 divisions per tournament. If he's putting them up higher than what they actually are, yeah, they're going to get blown out. The other thing is we spent 6 years in an AAU program down in Stockton, and we always found it best that we just had a rotation. One of us would stay home and cook dinner. The other would take them to practice. Most of our tournaments were in the Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto area. Every once in a while he went to Utah or Vegas or something like that. So it might be something just, vacations. That's the other thing you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Vacations, the coaches are pretty cool about, kids going on family vacations for a week or 2 or whatever. They don't trip on it. So it might be something you guys let him do just for the experience. I know you said he did it before, but he's going to leave home in a year, so let him have all the experiences he can.
What about the experiences with his dad?
Yeah, in his mind, he has the rest of his life to spend with you.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the rest of his life to spend with his friends from high school.
Yeah. Well, stop making...
Dave didn't like that answer.
I didn't like that answer at all.
Thanks for the call.
I want answers that are self-centered and
that fit what you want.
Selfish and fit my narrative, not what's best for the kid. Of course he's going to play AAU. I mean, we all know that's what's happening. I'm just doing the death rattle.
Here's one. Can I think outside the box for you?
Please.
No, I'd rather you
think inside the box?
Outside the button.
Oh.
Have you thought of this as a plan? He plays AAU.
Okay.
You join him.
I feel like I'm a little too old to play AAU.
I mean,
Get out there on the court. I still have eligibility.
I mean,
I still have 2 years of high school eligibility.
Is there a rule that you cannot play?
No, I don't. I'll tell you this much. I will smash those little kids.
Will you?
Hello. Yeah, listen.
Will you?
Here's where my weakness is going to be cardio. Let's just be honest.
Okay. So that's a big advantage for them.
But I got height on most of them, and I definitely they're not pushing me around in the key. Plus, I'm crafty. I've got experience. I have a high basketball IQ.
If you played your son one-on-one, are you winning?
You know what's funny about that? We haven't played one-on-one in almost a year. And I pretty much, every time we've played one-on-one to this point, it's been like, he's beaten me a couple times, but I'm being honest, let's put it this way. For those who play spades out there, I threw off a couple of hands. I don't want to be the dad that just crushes his kid all the time, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I probably would have an undefeated record had there been money on it or something. That had not been my kid. We haven't played in about a year, and I think his level has accelerated quite a bit. He is currently, by the way, in a growth spurt. It has happened. He is sleeping. His legs are sore. He is eating everything in the house. And the other day I went to hug him, and I hadn't done this in a while. Like, I'll hug him and I'll rest my chin on the top of his head when I'm hugging him. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. And I was in sandals and he was in bare feet. So he's growing. I'm not sure I'm going to get the same results if I play him now. And so I have thought about that. I mean, unless I got a little dirty. Let me ask you something. If it's a foul, if you know that your almost grown child is incredibly ticklish in the chest, and when he goes up for a jumper, you kind of...
No, that's,
Is tickling
that's
a foul?
knowing your personnel. Take advantage of the weaknesses.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway. Question 1, Christopher Laud, please.
Is Russell Westbrook one of the most confusing subject matters of the season?
He is. He really is confusing. I'm just speaking for me. He is.
In what way? What do you mean?
When Russell Westbrook got to Sacramento and they announced his signing, I was like, okay. Like, I've always had a lot of respect for Russ in this game. It's like, what is he doing? What is this going to do? And I felt very similar about Dennis Schroeder. Like, these guys are almost certainly not a part of it. Actually, I like Russ Westbrook a lot more than I like Dennis Schroeder. I don't dislike Dennis. I just have a ton of respect for Russ. And then I've said it a billion times, watching Russ play in a way, this is the biggest compliment I can give a first ballot Hall of Famer who's done pretty much everything in his career short of winning a title. Everything else he's done. Just moved into 5th all-time on the assists list, which is crazy, along with all his other accolades. And he plays in the sense that if you were an alien that was somehow familiar with the NBA. Now let's do this. If you'd been in a coma and hadn't seen the NBA in 15 years, and you saw Russell Westbrook playing for the Kings on any given night, you would have no idea that the Sacramento Kings are one of the worst teams in the NBA or one of the best teams in the NBA. He plays, I feel like when he goes out there and he plays for the Kings, he's playing with the same drive and passion and all of that as he would be if he was playing for Oklahoma City or San Antonio or Detroit or any of these contending teams, right? It's honestly, other than, take away any Max Reynaud or rookie development stuff, it's my favorite storyline of the year. It's what's given me the most enjoyment. So Russ has done nothing wrong. But where it gets confusing for me is I want Devin Carter to develop. I actually even want to see more of Killian Hayes. I want the youth to have all the opportunities, fully understanding that they're not going to be as good if they do that as opposed to Russ being on the floor. But I don't want them to be good. I want them to lose so they can get a better draft pick. But I also think there's value. This is the confusing part. There's value in having Russ out there with these guys from a leadership point of view, from a basketball IQ point of view, from being a coach on the floor point of view. And again, one of the, I have enjoyed mostly Russ has a legion of diehard fans. I don't understand it because a lot of these guys, they're not fans of a team. They're fans of a player. And they follow that player team to team and team and kind of adopt that team as their team that Russ is on. But we've had he has a legion of fans. And the only thing that's kind of annoying is like anytime he does something good or whatever, they're like policing. You know, It's like, okay, all right, I get it. You're fine. I got it. I'm a Kings fan before I'm a Russ fan, and I don't mean any offense by that. But one thing, for example, in fact, this guy I was going back and forth with last night. It always makes an excellent point. Maxime Reynaud is a completely different player with Russ Westbrook on the floor.
Yep.
Last night, Russ Westbrook had 10 assists. Mm-hmm. 8 of them were to Maxime Reynaud. 8 of his 10 assists were to Maxime Reynaud. And when you look at Maxime Reynaud's point totals, when Russ is on versus off the floor, when Russ is playing versus not playing, it's not one of those, that's a noisy stat. Maybe like literally Maxime Reynaud is a different player when Russell Westbrook's on the floor.
I wrote them down. These are the last 4 games. So
okay.
Russ has played in 2 of them.
Yep.
Russ hasn't played in 2. Let me see if you can guess the 2 he played in.
Okay.
Charlotte 4 games ago, Maxime Reynaud 1 for 3, 4 points.
Russell Westbrook did not play in that game.
The next game they played the Clippers. Maxime Reynaud 11 for 12, 23 points.
Russell Westbrook played in that game.
Correct. Then against Utah, Maxime Reynaud 4 for 8, 8 points.
Russ did not play in that game.
Last night, 13 of 25, 32 points.
And we know Russ played in that game.
And then the other game recently in the last 15 that Max did not get double figures, he scored 7. Russ did not play in that game.
So
there is
he's the Max
significant value of having Russ out there specifically for him, but there's more than just that for when you play Russ. But that's a guy you're trying to develop, and Russ is helping do that.
So I want to make sure that I'm right about this. I believe this is a consensus, but please push back if it's not. In this hellish season we've had, would you agree if you were ranking bright spots, would Maxime Reynaud be number 1?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, yes.
Is there another contender I'm forgetting?
He's cooled and tapered. Cardwell's an amazing story, but yeah, I mean, it's got to be Max.
I think so.
Second round pick, playing this well, many reps.
Yeah. Scored 32 last night.
It's gone from thinking, well, hey, can he be on this team in the future? Like, hey, can he be can they start him? Can he be that kind of guy going forward? Piece? Yeah. So
if
I would say yes.
If Reynaud is the bright spot, and Russ is the Max whisperer. Well, now I start thinking about something I hadn't thought of before. Now, I do not believe Russell Westbrook will be with this team next year. I don't. I think probably, and again, I want to speak for what's in Russ's head. Gosh, that's the last thing I want to do. But one would imagine that Russ would rather try to get a ring and be a part of a championship contender. I think that's a fair guess.
I'd want that for him.
I would want that for him, too. So I'm not, when I say I don't think Russ will be here next year, it's not just completely because I don't think the Kings would bring him back. I would think that might be a mutual thing. However, do you start thinking, and by the way, this is also going to be predicated largely on, I think, who they draft. Like, for example, I think it's a different story if they draft A.J. DeBonsa as opposed to if they draft Darren Peterson or Darius Acuff or whomever. By the way, I heard somebody did a comp on Darius Acuff yesterday that absolutely terrified me.
Uh-oh.
They said Darius Acuff is an incredibly gifted scorer. He's a surefire all-star. This person would bet their career, and I trust this person, that he is a surefire all-star, if not multi-time all-star.
Wow. But
he's going to have a very similar on-the-court career arc to Ja Morant and Trae Young. That is terrifying to me for a number of reasons. Number one, Ja Morant and Trae Young are very, very good. Ja Morant and Trae Young are both multi-time All-Stars. Ja Morant and Trae Young are incredibly gifted scorers, and Trae Young's an incredibly gifted distributor. Ja Morant and Trae Young had absolutely almost zero trade value at the trade deadline. And it's kind of, I think, bringing in this culture shift in the NBA now where it's like, yeah, cool, that's great. You're not a winning, and I think this term is misused a lot. You're not a winning player. You put up great numbers. You're going to be exciting. You're going to, and that's what this person's basically saying is, I think Darius Acuff is going to be amazing. You're going to see this guy going for 30, 40 points. He's going to be exciting. He's going to get crowds out of their feet, blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, he's not going to help you win at a championship level. That is an incredibly difficult thing to try to parse if you're a scout or a GM.
Yeah, I mean, then it gets to, like, what's the team around him and all that stuff.
Right.
Really interesting.
So, anyways, back to Russ,
Yeah.
why it's confusing is because I just don't know. There are so many things I love about him and his presence here. And to be honest, the things that I don't like have absolutely nothing to do with him or anything he's done. It has everything. It's the same thing with DeRozan. It's not hating on Russ. It's not hating on DeRozan. It's actually loving on them. I would like to get them for Christmas a trip to a contending team where they're on national TV and they're doing their thing every night. And I also, in the process, it's like what's that term? Addition by subtraction. I just don't have any interest in seeing people play that aren't going to be a part of the future on this team.
Yeah, and the other part, too, that's weird, and I don't blame the Kings for doing this because you have to honor someone that's had the career that Russell Westbrook has had. Mm-hmm. But it's a little weird. Like, they had the Russell Westbrook night, and it was awesome. Though it was really well done.
Yes.
But it is a little weird when the 95% of their career stats, of his career stats, are with another team. And now he's hitting landmarks and milestones. And like last night, he absolutely needs to be acknowledged for getting into the top 5. It's incredible. But it's a little bit, it's the, it didn't happen this way, but it'd be Barry Bonds hitting the last homer for the Rays or something to break the record.
Yeah.
It's still, you have to honor it.
Be like Howard Stern coming in here for his final broadcast. Okay, that's neat.
I like if LeBron played like a year in LA and that he got the scoring title.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, now he's played fine. He's played plenty. But they have to do it. It's nobody's fault.
No,
and he
it's
needs
not.
to get the recognition.
These stats annoy the hell out of me, and I also know that I'm being a total butt about it. Like, I have no lot. It's a wonderful accomplishment, and it
incredible.
should be. It's just hard to sit there as a Kings fan, at least for me. And it's like you're getting trucked by whatever team comes in here or wherever you're at, and you see the Kings social media team, as they 100% should, putting out this graphic congratulating DeMar DeRozan for this latest accomplishment, or Russ Westbrook for this greatest accomplishment. And I'm like, it's just, you have to do it. It's a great accomplishment, but it's like, sitting in the hospital bed with a shotgun wound, and someone's like, "Here's an ice cream cone." It's like, okay.
I thought about it less in the fact that they're getting slaughtered, even though that's an interesting way. I mean, you're right. But I don't know why we don't think of it this way. Let's say, they're not having this year, but let's say the Hornets were terrible this year, but Con Knippel had the same season.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's pretty amazing rookie year.
Yeah.
I don't care that they won 4 games.
Yeah.
No, they haven't, but like, we don't put him in that same spot.
No, because Con
he's
Knippel's
starting.
And Con Knippel is part of the hopeful future.
Right.
That's a perfect example because that to me is the difference. Russ and DeMar didn't do these things for the most part with Sacramento. Right. Their accomplishments were elsewhere building up to this. This is the cherry on the sundae. Yeah. Also, Russ Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan are not a part of this team's future. So I can't. I don't know. It's probably a second cousin to the reason why I can't get into the athletics. It's probably the same type of left brain hip check I'm having right now, knowing that like if Russell Westbrook goes for 24, 12, and 12, dude, that is amazing. It's awesome. There's nothing negative about it. Not as enjoyable as if Killian Hayes or Devin Carter did it. That doesn't mean I'm trying to disrespect Russ or I don't want him to be successful. It's that it's not as meaningful to me as if somebody who could be a part of the future of this team is doing these things.
I think that's the important part. And again, like watching last night, thinking about Max, and he was great, but I go, okay, there are more elements in there. You go, these are signs for the future, but you also go, is he getting this many points because somebody has to get this many points? And a team getting blown out, he took a lot of shots. I'm like, no, I think this is legit. The Ray McCallum theory I had from I don't know how many ever years ago that was, where at the end of the year, everybody's out. Ray McCallum's playing 48 minutes, and he's getting close to triple doubles, and you're going, is this?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't something. He was doing it. He deserved credit for it at the time, but it was not the start of, do we have the point guard of the next 10 years?
Right. No. And there's a lot of false starts there, too. I saw this yesterday. Our very own Franklin Cardicelli. He brings something to the table. I can't remember what it is. Is it a fork? Is it a lightning?
We bring the boom.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we do.
Maxime Reynaud had 32 points last night as a rookie, and he put out the list of highest scoring games by a rookie. Lionel Simmons has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those top 16, including a high of 42. Walt Williams had 40 and 37 and 35 out of
remember the 40-point game
out of Maryland. Yes. Travis Mays, part of the 4 first-round picks.
So Trav.
At 36. Tyreek 34. Tyreek 32. Tyreek 32. Scal 32. Marvin Bagley.
Wait, who?
Scal Labissiere had 32 points on March 15th of 2017. Ricky Berry had a couple there, 34 and 33, and then Marvin Bagley had 32. Now, with all due respect, and obviously taking Ricky completely out of the equation for other reasons, but I looked at that list and I was like, God, that is not encouraging. It's not.
No Fox.
No Fox.
No Boogie.
No. Which is really weird that Boogie wasn't on there. But, I don't know that any of those players you look back. I mean, I get it. L Train was great.
Yeah.
And Tyreek had great years, but it's like.
Move over.
Oof. Anyway. Number 2, please.
Okay. Question 2.
Why do you think there were next to no boos last night for De'Aaron Fox? Man, who would have thought that would happen?
Yeah, coming soon. By the way, on the broadcast, spoiler alert for 3 for Madness. Or 3 in the Key, because we're doing 3 for Madness. Chris Verlaud, his special stat was no boos for De'Aaron Fox. On the broadcast, I did hear a boo or two.
Okay, because I would say I did not, but I didn't.
I had to go back and listen again.
They had introductions on TV?
No, you know what? It wasn't on TV. It was who posted it? Was it Sean Cunningham? Imagine one of our guys posted the video online. I'd actually go back and listen, and then I could pick out a couple of things. Yeah, and so I am inclined to give it to Chris. Because when he says, I'll say that again, I'm inclined to give it to Chris. Because honestly, when I think that's cheating. If it's 10,000 people, whatever, there's going to be one person, boo, like in Princess Bride. I'm really surprised. Because the boos were every time he touched the ball last time. And I think the development there, the difference is just everybody got their messaging out.
Yeah.
And then they're good.
Yeah, I think the damage of the season has maybe been done. Because I would say this in my years of doing this, at times the way they performed last night. Granted, I know the Spurs are considerably better. That felt very boo-worthy as a team. And, for example, right out of halftime, the Kings are losing. You always say, there's a chance. They're going to lose the game.
Yeah.
The game's over already. First play of the second half, broken coverage, dunk Wembanyama. Second play, completely lost Harrison Barnes. He fumbles the catch, still gets it, dunks it with nobody helping. Doug calls timeout. We're 47 seconds into the second half. You just had a 15-minute break to discuss whatever you've done wrong.
Yes.
And you have 2 complete breakdowns. Like that, then and there, I'm like, oh, here they come.
No.
No. Okay. Well, we're just entertained tonight or whatever. It was, and that's totally fine. Fan how you fan. But, there were elements where you go, they should be getting some booze tonight. And I think fans are just like, yeah, we know what the season is.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
apathy?
I was going to say, do you think it's more apathy or acceptance? And don't say a little both. Which one do you think it's more of?
Acceptance.
Yeah, I think so too.
I took a look at the video that Matt George put out, and it sounds like the amount of cheers De'Aaron Fox gets is the amount of cheers that Wembanyama gets.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it was Spurs fans and Kings fans are like.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Because from what I heard, Spurs fans were a lot of. I didn't realize there were that many Spurs fans. It didn't seem like it was that way a couple of years ago.
Huh?
What's different?
I don't. The uniforms.
Fox.
From the 209. I booed. So there you go.
Oh.
There you go. There's proof.
Were you at home or at the game?
209. Did he say he booed or he boozed?
Yes.
Yes. We'll take a break when we come back. We'll still do Tankathon at some point. But let's talk about the World Baseball Classic, what happened, and the legend of Aaron Judge. We'll do all that next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is your job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
What is it, boy? Someone need help? Someone in trouble?
Oh, okay. So you just want me to get Progressive Auto Insurance because their collision coverage covers up to $1,000 in vet bills if you're injured in an accident? That's it? Okay, calm down. Let's not resort to name calling.
Progressive's collision coverage helps pay for care for your pet when they're in the car during an accident.
No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't have said calm down.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage included with purchase of collision coverage and subject to policy terms.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart. Just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
This is the sound of Lucy, staying on top of her spending. You see, even though she's buying a new pair of jeans, she knows that it fits within her monthly budget. Because Wells Fargo will send an alert if her balance drops below her set amount. Yep, nothing gets past Lucy, or Wells Fargo for that matter. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark.
Welcome back. The World Baseball Classic
was classic.
It really was. And, like, what's crazy about it is this thing didn't exist, 30 years ago. Like, the people that created this deserve all the props. And I was thinking last night, like, I've really thought about a lot, like, what is it about the Olympics? What is it about the World Baseball Classic? What is it about these sports and that version of it that really do arguably, like, listen, if my Giants are in the World Series, that's more important to me than the World Baseball Classic. I don't see that ever changing. And you've heard some players saying, hey, it's more important than the World Series to me. But if you're asking me, is the World Baseball Classic more exciting if the U.S. is doing well than a World Series? Well, that's conversation. And I think part of it is, I'll tell you who kind of gave me the answer.
Okay.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry was the answer. Because I thought about in the last Olympics when Steph Curry hit the night-night shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let's go. Right, USA.
A couple of the greatest basketball games ever.
Yes. And I realized it's because, and I can only speak from my perspective, I'm so used to rooting for a crap team that doesn't do anything that, like, I got a chance to root for Steph Curry for once and not feel guilty about it. I get a chance to root for these players I don't have and that aren't on my team. And actually be happy about their accomplishments because they're not like Klay Thompson putting up 97 against the Kings or whatever the hell. That was an amazing basketball feat to watch. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen on a basketball floor. Also, it's like watching your brother get the hell kicked out of him by prime Mike Tyson. Like, it's not fun,
right?
Even though it's an amazing accomplishment, you're watching greatness. What the WBC did is it allows me, like, you and I are on the same side with I'm texting you, all rise, and we're talking about Aaron Judge and all that. I'm rooting for Tarek Skubal to do his thing and Mason Miller and all. I don't think there was a Giant on the team or on the roster. Logan Webb, sorry, duh. We're all rooting for players we don't normally get to root for and then to enjoy what it's like to be a fan of theirs. Yes, you have the patriotism and the country and flag, and that's all fun too, in a big part of it, but that's a different experience. And the only thing I find myself walking away from the WBC disappointed about is I'm like, should this be a yearly thing, or is the fact that it's not a yearly thing make it even better?
Yeah, I saw a couple people talk about maybe some other alternatives to this, and some suggested putting it around the All-Star game. And I thought, well, I kind of like the way this is. It's because right now, spring training would be going on, and I am a baseball fan. I have not watched a pitch of spring training besides a highlight that they may show on SportsCenter or local news. Like if someone hit a home, hey, today in spring training, Giants or A's win, blah, blah, blah. Nick Kurtz hit 2 home runs. Cool. All right. That's what I saw. It was just whatever a report was, quick score, home run here and there. But this baseball was so high level, and I like it when, look, I want the USA to win.
Yes.
I didn't honestly think, my own personal opinion, when I watched the Dominican Republic game versus USA, I think it was an upset. I think the Dominican Republic team was better. Honestly,
I agree with
honest
you.
opinion.
I agree with
looking
you.
at that roster,
No,
I go,
absolutely.
Their team is better.
I totally agree with you.
And then people are like, oh, they'll beat Venezuela. Then you look at the roster, I'm like, they're really good. Acuna, Arias, Salvador Perez, Eugenio Suarez, who got the big hit. I'm like, there's a lot of good players on that team. But we're the USA. We've got to win it all.
Eugenio Suarez, by the way, I think the only active athlete with a 5-syllable first name, which is important.
Hugely important. That's why you got the big hit.
Why I got the big hit back to you.
But it was just intense. It was great, and it leaves some debate. Like, to me, the biggest debate was the Mets rookie who pitched last night, who's going to be good, but like if that was Skubal or some of the other things.
It couldn't have been Skeens, but you get my point.
But the other part, too, is like some guys were being held out a little bit or under requests by major league teams. Like I think there was some requests for Mason Miller.
Mm-hmm.
He could go in if it was a save situation,
Yes.
but they didn't want to pitch him in the ninth in the situation that they were in. So anyway, there's all those little things, but forget all of that. I just thought the theater was great. It was great baseball. Venezuela's a great story. That's awesome. Good for them.
Yes.
And, the U.S. marinated a little bit. Think about it. You lost. You're going to have to deal with that. I didn't want them to. I wanted them to win.
With a total understanding that, like, I'm very aware of this statement here, and I'm not trying to make it sound like American exceptionalism. But do the other countries care more?
It didn't. Well,
because I think they do.
I think they're having more fun.
Maybe, but okay.
I think it means more to Venezuela than it does to the Venezuela players than it does to the U.S. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything, but I'm saying if it's like a 7 or 8 for the U.S., I feel like it's a 12 for Venezuela.
If you think, and I'm not saying the U.S. is wrong for thinking this, but if you think you're the best team, and you don't win, it probably lands different than when everybody thinks you're the best team and you beat them. So Venezuela's like, they may have, I think even Soto said after we're the better team.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't know that they probably believed it. I honestly think they were right. I don't know if Venezuela thought it, but when they won, they enjoyed the mess out of it, and they should have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when Harper hit that home run.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Team USA sure looked like they cared then.
Yeah. And I'm not saying the last thing I would say is that the USA didn't care, because they did.
Right. But to the level, if Venezuela's a 10, maybe they're an 8 or 9.
I feel like back in their home. I mean, look. It would be irresponsible, although I absolutely loathe dipping my foot here. It would be ignorant to not bring up the fact that there have been some, let's just say, interesting interactions between the United States and Venezuela politically over the last couple months.
Yeah.
You almost couldn't write a script that happened, and then Venezuela is playing the U.S. for the championship in the U.S. of a sport the U.S. invented and winning.
Yeah. Against a stacked U.S. team.
Right. Absolutely. I just feel like, and the reason why I'm kind of stuttering around is not my speech impediment. It's because what I don't want to come off as is like, well, the U.S. would have won if they cared, and stupid Venezuela. No, they did. What I'm saying is that I feel like Venezuela players, well, they're probably going straight to spring training, but like if they were back in Venezuela tomorrow, dude, I feel like there'd be a national parade with 1 million people on the streets. Because let's be honest, no disrespect to Venezuela, but you're not a world power.
Right.
You're not the U.S. or Russia or China or what. You're little old Venezuela, and you are the world champion.
Awesome.
You went into the belly of the beast, the where the sport was invented, against a this was not AAA players, as you said. This was a stacked team with multiple future Hall of Famers in their prime.
Yeah.
And you beat them.
And they probably went from, hey, we're going to win this to, oh, no, 2-2. Like, did we have our chance? And then to win it, come back and win it again.
Yeah.
What a feeling for them.
And I was sitting there waiting, and this is where baseball is great because it's not Hollywood. I'm sitting there waiting, like, U.S. gets a runner on base in the bottom of the ninth. And I'm like, oh God, what? Like, this is setting up to be an all-time sports moment. Like, somebody comes in, hits a walk-off jack to win the whole thing. That crowd's going to go absolutely insane. Also, I like, and I've always said this, I think that it's going to piss somebody off. I think foreign crowds are better than American crowds. I think they're more creative. I think they're louder. I think that, now listen, I remember Kevin Herter hitting the shot against Utah. It's the U.S. has, the United States has a bag they can get into when it comes to crowds. Bro, they're not singing like a bunch of songs. They're not bringing vuvuzelas and whatever. They're not lighting off. What are those things called, Chris? They light off
fireworks.
No, but isn't there another name for it? I know the TIFO's the thing that they
flare.
I thought there was another name. Maybe it's just pyro. I don't know. But they're not doing this stuff, man. Like, if I had a choice between having the Venezuelan crowd behind me or the American crowd behind me in a spelling bee, I'm taking Venezuela all day.
Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like there's more pageantry, there's more fun, as Chris said. It's a great tournament, and I want more of it. That is the best of baseball to me.
I agree. It was great. It was, you got the, like you said, you support your team, and it's not a Dodgers, Giants, Yankees, Reds, whatever. It's Team USA, or if you're rooting for another country. But that was really cool, and just to see some of those guys that you'll know will battle this year, we're all working together. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, and now I feel like going into the regular season to me is like going from Avengers Endgame to what's that stupid chocolate movie that won the Oscar? I'm trying to think of something like
Chocolat.
Is it no? I was thinking of something different when the guy jumped into the pool after the Oscars.
It's an intensity to it. Hey, it's opening day. There's excitement.
Yeah.
It's not the intensity.
No, because it's 162 game slog.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, let's do a Kings Rewind. Also, Bobby Gerald, Bobby Brackets, as we like to call him, around March, hoopobsession.com. And every year we bring him on twice. We got, two different types a year. We bring him on for the draft, and we bring him on for March Madness. He's good at what he does.
Yes, he is.
He's very good at what he does. So and we have some fun. I've been saving up some fun March Madness factoids for you, as everybody is. Remember your brackets.
Get them in.
Get them in, because starts tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited. We'll have basketball on during the show.
Yes, that's right.
And we'll be watching guys hit threes. We'll be watching guys block shots. We'll be watching guys drive to the basket. And you'll be watching the savings in your bank account if you shop with my good friends at Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. There's no better time to get a Ram truck. $15,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. Save big when you take advantage of the $7,000 Hoblet discount and 0% financing for 60 months. Dude, they give you a $7,000 discount to their establishment. Oh, and here's 0% financing for 5 years. Hey, in this economy, you're giving me 0% financing? What the HE double hockey sticks is going on? It's not an easy thing to find nowadays. But Hoblet's always looking to help you save money. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, you can save big on your perfect Ram. Don't get an imperfect Ram. Get a perfect Ram. At Hoblet, they focus on you and helping you get the Ram you need. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings Rewind next.
Think you got the perfect bracket? Prove it. Enter the Sactown Sports 1140 Basketball Mayhem Bracket Challenge for a shot at $1 million. It's free and open to fans nationwide, so lock in your picks now at SactownSports.com/contest. Powered by Power Business Technology.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
So, yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, you want to share any of that? Because, I mean, that was really interesting.
I do not. Welcome back, Carmichael.
You're going to eat 18,000 what?
No, I'm not. I'm inviting somebody else to dine on something.
How many calories?
That's a great. I gotta.
Well, they're
think
not very big.
High in protein.
I mean, we have seen you eat a lot of donut holes.
That's true. In an interview, what was it? 18?
I don't know.
Who's counting? We were.
You were hole shaming me. I don't appreciate it.
My bad.
Yeah, but by the way, let's just say, just because I can eat 18 donut holes in an interview, that does not apply to other things. I can put a donut hole in my mouth, take one chew, and swallow it with a cup of coffee. That's not happening for all foods.
I know you just ran out of coffee.
I did. That's the problem. I could eat those like Doritos. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lawn. And last night, this is an interesting one. I'm actually, not that I'm not always excited about Kings Rewind and Bob Gerald coming up in 13 minutes. I am excited for this one because how in the heck do we put a positive, funny Jason Ross, Christopher Lawn's signature spin on last night's, was it a debacle?
I don't know if it has to be positive.
I guess that's a good point.
I mean,
we'll find out, though. Kings Rewind right now. Bam!
Tuesday night, the Sacramento Kings were hosting the San Antonio Spurs in Game 70 of the season.
What? What was that?
My dogs are hungry.
My dogs are hungry. 70th game of the season. Is that like maybe his feet are tired? Like his dogs? No. All right, back to you.
Lately, Sacramento's been winning at a much higher rate than they have been all season, and because of that, they've gone from the worst record in the NBA to the 4th worst.
What is wrong with you? Why did you have to phrase it like that?
Well, the team continues to play through injuries and roster fluctuation, while the fan base is torn between winning, developing younger players, and increasing their lottery percentages.
Both. How can it be both? It can't. It can't. But it is. It's paradoxical, and yet it works.
See? Yeah, that's a great point.
Rewind gets it. The competition ramped up considerably on Tuesday as the 50-win Spurs were in town, winners of 18 of their last 20.
Woof.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so...
What?
scared!
Jesse.
What a great TV moments of all time.
This also meant a chance to watch Victor Wembanyama in person. It was also the return of the Black Falcon, Harrison Barnes. And one of the all-time great Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox.
Fragile ego.
Wow.
Fragile body.
Really?
Weak mind.
No.
Weak spirit.
Absolutely not.
I did not endorse that.
I didn't endorse it either.
Very early, we had a tie game at 2-2 and 4-4, and then San Antonio established their dominance and would not back down.
I don't like that at all.
Well, history was made in the first quarter with veteran Russell Westbrook when he tied Mark Jackson for 6th all-time in assists.
Yo, home, smell you later.
Then Russ passed him and tied Steve Nash for 5th place.
Are you talking trash? Game MVP like Steve Nash.
Nice. One more assist, and Russ is now in the top 5 all by himself, joining some exclusive company. Only LeBron James, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, and John Stockton have more assists in NBA history.
What the hell? Russell Westbrook?
Well, the first quarter was a sign of things to come as the Spurs began to have a three-point party, knocking down 3 after 3.
Stop it. Get some help.
Well, the Kings needed that. The Spurs led 39-22 after 1 while making 7 of 10 threes and dishing out 13 assists with just 1 turnover.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. In the second quarter, the Spurs made it worse and scored their second straight 39-point quarter.
Oh, that's much worse.
San Antonio, in fact, became just the 6th team to have 27 or more assists in a half since 1990.
You got 32 of them already.
Well.
It was getting so out of hand, it was looking like Doug Christie would use all of his timeouts by halftime.
Basically, I'm just gonna walk the earth.
What you mean, walk the earth?
You know, like Kane in Kung Fu. Walk from place to place, meet people, get in adventures.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. After the break, the Kings started the second half with 2 defensive breakdowns, forcing another DC timeout just 47 seconds into the half.
My name's Pitt, and your ass ain't talking your way out of this.
The second half didn't get any better, and the Kings never got close to the Spurs.
I'm just dandy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants.
We didn't have any pudding in there, buddy.
Well, let's get some people fired up here. Late in the game, Bismack Biyombo went to the foul line, and he missed the first free throw.
I need some pizza, 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 pizza. Every time I want that pizza.
But you know what that means. If he misses, he missed the first. If he misses the second, the fans get a slice.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, he didn't miss.
Oh.
It was free pizza. Free pizza. I was a good guy. I'm a good father. And you just me.
That was section 104, I think.
I mean, honestly, he couldn't just miss it for the fans.
For the fans' sake.
They all paid to watch a giant blowout.
I mean, a former Kings draft pick.
Yeah, come on, Bismack.
Shortly after that, Lindsey Waters hit a Spurs 3, their 25th of the game, which, hey, is a new franchise record.
Oh, look at me. I'm making people happy. I'm the magical man from Happy Land in a gumdrop house on Lollipop Lane. Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
Well, on the positive side, the Kings got a career high from rookie Maxime Reynaud as he had 32 points.
Berger.
The Kings have now 18 wins and 52 losses with just 12 to go as they host Philadelphia on Thursday.
There's Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So that's what Pennsylvania is.
Oh, no.
Oh, so Philadelphia's not Pennsylvania?
No, Philadelphia is in Pennsylvania. What is this man talking about?
I'm saying, how does Pittsburgh work? Am I constantly going in and out of Pittsburgh throughout the day? Yes or no?
No.
Well, explain this to me.
What is that from, please?
It's Always Sunny, I think.
Okay. All right.
That was Charlie Day. And there you go. That's how it played out last night.
Well, you guys pulled it off.
We just wanted pizza.
You just wanted pizza. Because then, you know, the other part of getting pizza is not just the pizza, of course, but it's also getting to hear the pizza, me so hungry.
Mm-hmm. We were robbed by Bismack.
Yeah.
It was a terrible free throw shooter. I was like, it's happening.
But against the team that gave him his first shot in the NBA.
Yeah.
Remember Boban when he was at the free throw line that one
Yes.
time?
Missed
He's
on
like, hey, I'm
purpose.
gonna miss the second one for you guys.
He got
I'll get you your chicken wings.
He got the exactly.
Yeah.
He got the assignments.
Yeah.
Bismack, no Boban.
No.
Actually, that's a weird sounding sentence, by the way.
The Boban greater than.
Didn't he play in
Yes.
Lithuania?
Who, Bismack?
Bobon Bismambo.
Bismack No Bobon. It's a great name.
Yeah.
Hello. Who's that? That's Bismack No Bobon. Lithuania. By the way, we only have a minute left. Can I just bring up something that does not deserve even part of its own segment? I thought that was interesting. Did you hear the other day at the podium when the Saints acquired him? It's now Travis Achan, which is pronounced exactly like Devin Achan.
Right.
With
not spelled anywhere near it.
A-C-H-A-N-E for Devin Achan of the Dolphins, which is exactly how Travis, formerly Etienne Jr., said phonetically to say his name. So it's not Travis Etienne, and he was remarking like, hey, now I'm in Louisiana. Yeah. You guys know how to pronounce this. It's Travis Achan.
Yeah. There's some weird pronunciations in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Louisiana.
Or are we all pronouncing it weird?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like...
it's not how you pronounce it.
Is anyone ever going to get mad at somebody for standing up and just being like, I mean, politely, but being like, hey, this is how you pronounce it? Well, I wonder why people either wait so long or... Because we talked about it before, like Chrissy Teigen came out and said her name was Teigen.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande came out and said it was Grandy. Like
Rihanna said it's Rihanna.
Exactly, probably not. Why not just come out and say, "Hey, it's Ariana Grande"? Or do they have to like wait until they're big stars? Because the worry is like nobody's going to want, Ariana Stephanopoulos is no. You have to change your name to something Hollywoody.
Yeah,
I never got that. I mean, especially when we're sitting here with. I don't know, like Benedict Humperdinck.
Cumberbatch?
No, who is the singer? Engelbert Humperdinck, right? Like international icon.
Yeah, huge.
And he didn't change his name.
Yeah.
How many times did somebody address the piano? Hey.
Humperdinck.
Yeah, Humperdinck. That's Princess Bride. How many times did somebody go up to the piano guy and say, "Hey, Liberace"? He's like, Liberace. It's Italian.
They probably just said, sing me a song. You're the piano man.
Yeah, the big candelabras. Liberace was before my time, but Victor Borgia, like, that doesn't fly off the tongue. Huge.
Good pull.
And let's go back a little further as we break. Was anyone ever like, oh, that Beethoven's never going to make it? Let's come up with something. Wolfgang? Okay. Mozart? Who the hell are these people? Just saying, dude. Like, be proud of your name, says Carmichael Dave. We'll take a break. When we come back, Bobby Gerald, Bobby Brackets, hoopobsession.com. I wonder if he's ever thought about the fact that I really do believe half the populace cannot spell obsession. It's one of those words that is a little...
You're obsessed with it.
You got to put the thing with, is there a C in there? Is there an S? How many? I don't know. And carry the I. We'll get to him next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are halfway through the week. Your week! So right now, I need every single listener on their feet. Callers, texters, YouTubers, make some noise for Sacramento's favorite sports morning show. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and the man behind the glass, Chris Berlon.
All right, we start our 8 o'clock hour. We are midway through our week. Hopefully everybody's having a good morning this Wednesday morning. As 1 hour from now, we will be joined by Katie Christensen, get her perspective on a rough game last night, but predictable, I would say. Playing the Spurs, have been playing great. Winners of 19 of their last 21, and they were dominant last night. So we will get into that later in the show. Also, still to come, we will wrap up the show, a little crosstalk with Matt and Kayla when they come in at the end of the show. But you know what time of year it is? It is March Madness time. We had a couple games last night, Dave. We have a couple more today, but the tournament begins, I say kind of officially tomorrow, but I know it's already underway. And then for Kings fans, I think they're watching even for other reasons because there are a lot of potential players.
And players with potential.
Yes, that they will be watching over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we good to go? All right, joining us right now, hoopobsession.com's one and only. I like Jason. I have to call him Sacramento royalty.
That's fair.
I do.
It's accurate.
Good friend of ours, the one, the only, Bob Gerald. Bob, it's Dave, it's Jason, it's Chris. Good morning.
How are we doing, guys?
How are you doing?
Yeah, that's always a stressful question, Bob. It is because I know how I'm doing. I don't know how you're doing. I know this is a crazy time right now, and I don't want to speak for you. So I'm doing fine. How are you, though?
I'm well. It is a little bit crazy. I have the OCD pretty bad, so I go a little nutso on all this stuff, for the draft and for the NCAA tournament. So I've been in my grind mode here, trying to trying to figure out and decipher, who among these guys is the best guy and who might have the best future and who's worth a gamble.
Yeah, and I know we'll go into your own personal rankings, what you have on your side, and that constantly changes. But I want to ask you, Bob, first at least about the tournament, because you watch so much basketball, and anyone that follows you on social media, you'll tweet about a game like, wait, when was that game? You'll catch up on games that you've had.
It's like Lehigh versus American River.
Yeah.
But in general, I feel like with someone that has watched far less than you, I feel like this year is loaded with good teams and good players. Am I off on that? I mean, what's your read on just the general talent of teams and players this year?
No, I think you're spot on. I was writing my guards to watch and forwards to watch in the tournament, working on my centers to watch here as we speak. And compared to last year and maybe the year before that, it definitely there's more beef there. There's a lot to look at, a lot of different players that are, probably lottery picks that are in the tournament. That's not always the case. Sometimes the lottery picks miss the tournament. If you remember back to last year, you had Ace Bailey, at Rutgers, they just weren't very good. So it is a unique opportunity to see a bunch of these guys in the super meaningful games where it really matters and see how they respond to all the pressure that comes along with March Madness. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think you start at the top with AJ DeBonsa, and I'm bummed that Caleb Wilson is not going to be able to play because he's someone that I really like. I think he has a chance to affect winning and losing, maybe more so than some of these other guys. So it'll be interesting to see, when it all shakes out, what the deal is. But I think you might be looking for the tournament. You might be looking at chalk again. Last year, all 4 number 1 seeds made it, and you're kind of at that point where, in this day and age of NIL, you can kind of build super teams at the college level. And so I think it becomes a little bit more difficult for anyone who, doesn't have the budget of some of the blue bloods to compete in this day and age. Doesn't mean there won't be some upsets in the first round or the second round or something like that. But I think when you get down to it, you're looking probably at a lot of chalk.
Bob Gerald joining us. Do you one of the things I always like talking to you about is trends. How much of it is noise? How much of it is do you actually pay attention to? So, for example, one of those 1 seeds and a very popular pick is Arizona. But also there's the whole east of the Mississippi wins it and has won it for 28 years or whatever the hell the number is. Should that factor in at all with anyone, or is that just one of those the last time a guy wearing a freaking skull cap that won an Oscar didn't do it? Is it noise to you?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I think there's some, I always make a note of teams that have to go play, in places that they're not familiar with. So like St. John's has to go to San Diego. That's all the way across the country. UCLA has to go to Philly to play. Villanova has to go to San Diego. Where I believe they match up. Aren't they the ones that get Utah State in San Diego? Yeah. And, Utah State goes to San Diego all the time. It's a hop, skip, and a jump for them, and they're a good team. So there's one I'd give away for you right there. I like Utah State over Villanova. Arkansas has to go up to Portland. So I definitely put some value in that. But as far as Arizona winning the whole thing, the championships in Indianapolis, and Arizona is probably the best team. I mean, I like them in Florida probably. Hey, breaking news. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to come on here, guys, and not give you something more than that, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it.
I know you kind of thought chalk along the way for the most part, upset here or there. Is a team though out there, Bob, that you're and you mentioned Utah State already, maybe over Villanova, but watch out for this team. They might go 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds, and because there's more talent, or maybe the seeding's a bit off or something like that. Is there someone that catches your eye right now?
So I watched St. Louis this year, and I really thought, man, that's a good team. And I hated that if they beat Georgia in the opening round, then they have to play Michigan, because Michigan has a monster front line. They've got 3 NBA guys at the 3, 4, and 5. that are definitely going to be NBA players. And I just don't know, as good as St. Louis looked, if they'll be able to, because St. Louis is basically a guard-heavy team. They have the one kid in the middle, Robbie Avila, who, if you haven't watched him, he'll be like an underdog darling, I think, of the tournament. He's got the spectacles, and they call him he's the St. Louis version of Jokic. He doesn't move very well. He's not the most athletic guy, but he's really skilled. And please don't get it twisted. He's not Nikola Jokic. Okay, right. He's not even on my draft board. But he's a guy. He is their big guy, and unfortunately, they meet up with Michigan. So I think that could be really tough. But I do like St. Louis. I think St. Louis is a really good team. I think Tennessee is interesting. They're a 6 seed, and I could see a scenario where they're in the Final Four. Michigan is missing LJ Kaysen, who is one of their really important guards off the bench, and they haven't looked like the same team without him. The Michigan guards don't shoot it really well, and so they really rely on that front line. If their front line, gets it done, and they probably should get it done, then Michigan, would probably beat Tennessee if they end up matching up in the Elite Eight. But I definitely give Tennessee a chance because they play defense. They have a good young freshman in Nate Ament, who maybe I'm not as high on him as a potential NBA player as some of the other people are. But nevertheless, he's a good freshman that can score and defend. And I think Tennessee, they have a good point guard in Jacoby Gillespie. I think they're a team to watch out for.
When it comes to trends and again, talking about different things that you're seeing around. So Bobby, we all have our different methods, and you're an expert on this. I like to look at betting lines as part of it, just to kind of crowdsource things that I may not see, but also I was really down a rabbit hole last night. Somebody brought something up about Duke that was interesting to me. Duke is the overwhelming betting favorite, but also or they're gonna lead every bracket pool this year, I'm sure. But it was talking about their center's foot injury and Caleb Foster's right foot, and they were showing that the starting 5 with those guys in it is without a doubt the most dominant starting 5 in the end. They are dominant, but it is an absolute, I wouldn't say falling off a cliff, but a massive change when one or both of those guys are not playing. And so the rabbit hole I was going down, Bobby, was, is there a Duke Achilles heel that people are missing because one or both of these guys are going to miss most, if not all, the tournament? Or again, do you think that's a little more noise than reality?
No, I think that's real. Patrick Ngongba is the player you're talking about. And he is an NBA player, probably would be a late first round pick, if he chooses to come out, but he's hurt right now. And so without him, Duke definitely, I think, could be vulnerable. And they have a really tough, region. If you look at it, I mean, St. John's is in there, Michigan State's in there, UConn's in there. And UConn, I don't think is as good as some of the UConn teams in the past, but really you could pick apart different aspects of all those teams that are in that region. St. John's, I think there's a lot of people who really like St. John's. And if you haven't seen Zuby Ojefor, who I think could give them a run. Louisville is missing Mikal Brown, possibly. Maybe that's a way where UConn slips in or Michigan State slips in. The problem is, though, that I see is I'm just not wild about any of those teams. I think UConn's not as good as usual. Louisville has a hurt guy. Michigan State, they're solid this year, but maybe it brings Duke back down to a level where Duke Michigan State could be a really good game.
Sure.
But yeah, I buy into them missing Ngongba. Now, the other Boozer twin, Caden Boozer, will play point guard if Foster can't go. And he's been doing a pretty good job. So maybe they wouldn't miss the guard play so much. I don't know that they'd miss Foster so much, but they definitely miss Ngongba.
He's going to move on. UCLA's in that bracket, too. Yeah. I didn't hear him talking about UCLA. I'm just saying.
There's time. There's time, Bob.
Bruins. I mean, I have them winning against UCF.
Okay.
How about that?
I'll accept that. That would go to seed. Yeah, then they get to UConn I was going to ask you, Bob, about that region though specifically, because that was the first one that was released, and the first thing that jumped out to me was honestly name, power of school, and really coach. I mean, Duke's the number one there, and they don't have Coach K anymore, but they're still well coached. But I see Patino, I see Bill Self, I see Izzo, I see who else am I missing?
Mick Cronin,
Hurley, and Cronin. I mean, how much do you put into that, the coaching? Like a lot of times, it's guards, it's leaders, it's veterans, but like the coaching element of the tournament, where do you rank that when you're kind of breaking this down?
I think it's a big deal, but still probably comes down to just, maybe a tiebreaker for me. If I think two teams are close, then I might look at the coach. I'm a huge fan of Kelvin Sampson.
Yes.
Anyone who has followed me knows how much I adore that man. So if it comes down to Houston versus somebody, I'm probably going to give them an advantage because of Kelvin Sampson. But I mean, all these coaches are good coaches, and honestly, if I'm just keeping it 100% real with you guys, I look a lot more at the individual talent than I do, the actual coaches and teams and all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously I get into it because it's the tournament, and I want to win the J. Ross pool one of these years.
One time.
just one time. No, actually, I want to win it multiple times.
There you go.
The heck with that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what an exciting time though. I get all fired up for tomorrow's a little bit like kind of a Christmas type atmosphere for me.
When we're talking about trends again, and I keep recycling this, but there's the big one I think that's really hit social media. First off, you and I both know this is going to be the most AI filled bracketology in history by far. Secondly, everybody the drill. Everybody goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You watch 5 minutes college basketball all year. Then you read the smart people and the trends and all that. The one that I think is making the rounds the most are those Ken Palm rules with offense and defensive rankings, strength of schedule. And I think there's 4 or 6 schools that qualify, including Louisville, I know is an outlier, but then I think you have all 4 1 seeds, and I'm probably forgetting somebody. Is that, I keep asking you now, do you put stock in something like that?
Yeah, that I do. It's kind of hard to ignore.
Yeah.
So I think what you're talking about is teams that are top 40 in offensive rating, top 25 in defensive rating. There are, it looks like there's maybe 10 or 12 of them. Michigan, Arizona, Houston, Gonzaga, Michigan State, Virginia, Duke, Iowa State, Florida, UConn, Tennessee, and Louisville. They all fit that description. The teams that do not fit that description that are up there in the mix are Arkansas and St. John's, a couple of teams. And Arkansas is interesting because Darius Acuff Jr. Obviously is a big-time NBA prospect, but he doesn't play very much defense. I want to watch my hyperbole here because I get angry when I'm watching him play. My wife has basically told me to quit hating.
Bobby, we were just talking earlier, and since you're bringing it up, I just want to run it by you. I read somebody, and I forget who, but I think is very smart, who said Darius Acuff, I guarantee you, will be an all-star, probably a multi-time all-star. He's going to be a highlight reel. The guy is phenomenal. I wouldn't touch him because his comps are somewhere in the neighborhood of a Ja Morant, Trae Young type, and his whole point was he's going to be amazing in the NBA to watch, but in 5 years he's going to have absolutely no trade value, much like those two guys. That floored me, but it also made some weird sense to me if the comp is accurate. What do you think of that?
That's probably a little pessimistic.
Okay.
I mean, the guy's pretty amazing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I think the amazingness on offense is going to outweigh the defensive. Right now, it looks to me like a lack of fundamentals and maybe a lack of want to on the defensive end, which is not uncommon for 18, 19-year-old players. So I think the things where he bugs me specifically is off the ball on defense. He's never in a stance off the ball. He often loses sight of the ball. He loses sight of his man. So it drives me crazy, but they're all correctable, teachable things that, give him a month with someone like Doug Christie, and you would think that maybe you're not going to cure all his ills, but he's going to get a lot better. Sure. I would anticipate. Like, my wife asked the question. She's like, does Calipari not coach defense? Does he not see what you're seeing? Like, why are you the only one who's seeing this? And I'm like, well, I don't think I'm the only one. It just isn't loud yet. It's just, but I mean, it's a concern for sure. Darren Peterson doesn't play much defense either. So, there's both of those guys. And that's why when I look at Caleb Wilson impacts offense and defense. Now, Caleb Wilson, they all have a little bit of warts. Caleb Wilson's not a great 3-point shooter. So he does it with power and explosion. But some of the things he does in the open court, the other night I went back and watched one of his games from when he was healthy, and someone he had a rim run and he's out ahead of the field, and someone threw an outlet pass that was way out in front of him. And here's a guy at like 6'10" on the dead run is able to grab this pass that's low to the ground and in one motion get up for a dunk. That, it's a play that only a handful of people in the world could have made. And so when you see stuff like that, and then you look at the defensive impact he's had and look at North Carolina's numbers without him and see how far they've fallen. By the way, I've got North Carolina losing in the first round too. So there's an 11/6 for you. If
that's spicy.
If you want to think about that, VCU's, and I could be wrong, but the point is Caleb Wilson is a really good player who might impact offense and defense better than some of these other guys. DeBansa, man, what an offensive! He's amazing. He really is. Like, I haven't seen a guy in the college game that can do some of the things he can do offensively in a while. Just the creative ability, and he'll be up at the 3-point line and find a way in 2 steps to get to the rim, through slashing and slithering and sliding and doing whatever he needs to do. He's just a bucket getter. Like, he has a chance to be a leading scorer in the NBA someday. And his defensive numbers aren't terrible. And he has all the tools. So he's another guy probably too that, with good coaching will improve as a defender.
Yeah, what's interesting, if you look at Bob's list on hoopobsession.com, he goes through the players, and it's your ranking, not a mock draft. We should point that out, but how you kind of have the players ranked. And Bob, if we kind of tie this into the Kings, we all know they need a lot of help. They could pick first, they could pick fourth, they could pick eighth. Like, they're kind of all over the board here of the lottery. They will have a lottery pick, and I'm pretty certain there is going to be a good player there. But how do you kind of tier that out? Because some will go, there's 3 or 4 like elites. Then there's a drop of good players. Do you have it tiered? Is it, are they fine if they're picking 7th, or do they have to be in the top 3? Like, what's your overall feel on that?
I do think there's some drop off. I mean, so DeBansa, you know how I feel about Caleb Wilson. Acuff is right now 3rd on my list. Defensive struggles be damned. He's just so good offensively. And the guy, so here's the thing, and just a little bit more about Acuff. It's not just that he's a scorer. He also sets up his men, and like, he has an assist to turnover ratio better than 3-to-1, which you just don't see very often from a guy who's such a prolific scorer. So that's one of the reasons why I have Acuff where he's at. Darren Peterson from Kansas, I have 4th on my list. But when you look at the best of Darren Peterson, if you were just watching Darren Peterson highlights, you would think this guy's a Hall of Famer. Like, he's, he does things that are amazing. But right now he struggles to play defense, and I have some concerns about just, his overall health and all that kind of stuff. And again, this could all change. It's all still pretty early. And then you get to Cameron Boozer, and that's probably where I would draw a line under there. So I think there's 5 really good ones. Boozer, by math, by analytics, is the best of all the 5, but he doesn't have the pop that the others have, and you worry maybe a little bit in the NBA how he's going to fit in, because he just doesn't have the running and jumping explosion that some of the other guys have. But he's a baller. And so then, there's a little bit of a drop. Then you're into Braden Berry's from Arizona. The kid that no one talks about is the New Zealand player, Kareem Lopez. He's 6'8", 220, a small forward. He's another kid born in 2007. And he's a player. So, he's someone who's probably going to be in the mix. But, yeah, I think there's a drop-off after 5 for sure. But that's not to say that there are not good players there. I'm pretty fond of Adai Mara from Michigan, the big kid. And not that the Kings would be looking to draft a center, though. And I also like LeBaron Philon from Alabama, who is really going to be tasked with leading that team now that his teammate and buddy has gotten himself arrested, felony charge for having 2 pounds of the ganj.
Bobby, we are out of time. Chris told me to take a break a few seconds ago, but this is the last chance people are going to get a chance to talk to you before they fill their brackets out. So real quick, if you could, I have a theory I like to call tournament residue. And you talked about UNC VCU. And when I think of VCU, I think of Shaka Smart. And I think of the past they have with upsets. You mentioned Arkansas. I think of John Calipari with Kentucky. When you mentioned St. John's, I think of Rick Pitino and the success he had at Kentucky and at Louisville, et cetera. Sometimes those things overweigh logic because it happened before. Shaka Smart has nothing to do with VCU right now. Right. Is tournament residue a real thing when people fill brackets out?
Sure. I mean, that's, we're all human and we all have recency bias and things we remember about, but it changes so much, especially in this day and age. I mean, the roster turnover is incredible. So I definitely wouldn't dwell on that too much.
Yeah, that's over and done with. Move on. You're the best. Hoop Obsession. And as I mentioned before, OBS. ESS. Think of Ramon Sessions, that kind of set. Hoopobsession.com. I just want to make sure everybody gets right there and they're getting their picks from Cologne Place or something. Yeah. Bob, we appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, that's Bobby Gerald. We'll take a break when we come back. Post-game reaction from the Kings last night. We got audio for you. Whee! Jason's going to talk to you about Gonzalez Law. They got some cool stuff going on right now. And then we got the final hour. Katie Christensen joins us at 9. We get it all started next.
Think you got the perfect bracket? Prove it. Enter the Sactown Sports 1140 Basketball Mayhem Bracket Challenge for a shot at $1 million. It's free and open to fans nationwide, so lock in your picks now at SactownSports.com/contest. Powered by Power Business Technology.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here, locally in downtown Sacramento. I like to say he's one of us. He's been in our community, wants to help those in our community. He'll be out there. I've been out there on the golf course with him. He might be out on the river. We've got these warm days. But he's here, more importantly, to help you and to help our area, people in this area. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record back in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. No case is too big or too small. And they do offer free and confidential case evaluation. So if you need representation for criminal defense, maybe for an auto accident you've been involved in, something work-related, wrongful termination case, sexual harassment case, there are lots of situations you might find yourself in where you've got questions or you need representation. That's why you contact SacLegalDefense.com or Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187. Another area where he has had absolute expertise in and specialized in expungements. Get those rights back, those Second Amendment rights, something that happened in your past that's keeping you from doing certain things that you'd like. Get those off your record. He can help you with that. It's called an expungement. Again, it's Jonathan Gonzalez, Gonzalez Law, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock T-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tea at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Saturday, March 21st, history hits the gas. The 77th season opener at Stockton 99 Speedway. Tribute to Norman David. Gates open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at Stockton99.com.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Hey, you over there.
Who, me?
Nope.
Yes, you.
I'm talking about the person listening to their car, or maybe at work, maybe watching at home. Talking to you. Welcome back.
Yeah.
And you know what? Have a great day.
Have the best day.
Have the greatest day of your life.
In your life.
In your life.
I wanted to let you know, Bob texted me back, and he said he actually is picking UCLA to win the whole thing.
Is he?
Or maybe I told him I was.
Well, now if they don't, people are going to be mad. But if they do,
I would not be mad.
No.
I would not be mad if UCLA won the whole thing and I did not pick them. I'd be okay with that.
You'd be fine with that?
Yeah. It's team over pool, but pool is close.
Would you be mad if you did pick them and they didn't win, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we got to get started on this, but we're saying have a great day, have the best day. You know who says it best? Randy Macho Man Savage.
Okay, your middle name is Macho, but I'm wondering if you ever cry. Has Macho Man ever cried?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's okay for macho men to show every emotion available right there, because I've cried 1,000 times, I'm going to cry some more. But I've soared with the eagles, and I've slithered with the snakes, and I've been everywhere in between. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's one guarantee in life, and that there are no guarantees, yeah. And I understand this. Yeah. Nobody likes a quitter. Nobody said life was easy, so if you get knocked down, take the standing 8 count, get back up, and fight again. And you're a macho maniac. Dig it.
He did say it best.
Okay, your middle name.
Go ahead. What?
And
R.I.P. Randy Macho Man Savage. Also, I was thinking about this the other day, too. I think wrestling is the most Muppet transferable character in the world. And what I mean by that is, if you take wrestlers, their voices and their personalities, and you put them as a Muppet on the Muppet Show, they would all, ridiculously fit in. And I can't really explain that other than, like, I could see a little Randy Macho Man Savage Muppet chilling with Kermit and Miss Piggy, and you just use that same voiceover, and you're like, oh, yeah.
What did you say? That's basically Animal?
Yeah, that's the exact right pull. Randy Macho Man Savage was the Animal of the Muppets. Not exactly. I mean, he's more well-spoken than Animal.
He did have a rap album.
Which one?
Yeah, Animal. Macho Man had a rap album?
Yes.
Macho Man. And that song, of course, is about Macho Man. It's well documented. The Sacramento Kings. Look, we're not going to spend all the time in the world on this because, why would we? They got they got thrashed last night, Jason. And not in a good way.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. I could be wrong. But they are professionals, and after the game, they spoke to the media because that's what professionals do. Win or lose, Jason. Since we're doing lessons for kids today.
It's part of the job.
Macho Men cry. Also, by the way, Chris, am I missing this? I have post game, but I have it all in one MP3. It's not cut up. So the segment we're about to do,
a recap
that says post-game audio. I want to bask in this for a second. The segment we're about to do that says post-game audio, and so the rule there'd be post-game audio clips for me to play. And Chris, who is currently devastated because Twitter is down, and he's playing detective right now about something I won't mention, but
Twitter's down.
Twitter is apparently
back up.
Hurting. Now it's back up. Much like Randy Macho Man said, get back up, take the 8 count. So
he was talking about social media.
Yeah. So
I needed to get my sleepers from Bob.
Okay.
Did that help?
I mean, I don't hate the honesty. Like, look, we all make mistakes. So Chris is supposed to have some things cut for us to play, which we don't currently have. That's fine. We can vamp. We're pros. But him getting his sleepers from when, I guess tomorrow we're going to do our picks, right? I would imagine our recommendations. Is that what we're doing?
Our recommendations?
Well,
we're helping others out, you think, with our picks?
Well, I mean,
you are a past winner of the pool. I feel
am.
like yours could be used as a public service.
But you know what? I would also argue, Jason, that you're due.
I think out of a pool that had roughly 260-ish,
yeah,
that was probably a solid like 210th or something.
But you know what? All that tells me is 50 people worse than you.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
They're dumb.
They're just the dumbest, I think.
We're not giving their advice; it's mine.
No, that
from the 210th place.
There are things that are very much like I'm at the stage where now this is the most. This next 24 hours, this is the advice I will give.
Change all your picks.
It's the most dangerous time of all the picks because it's like a writer who writes from the heart and puts it all on paper and then starts editing and rewriting everything. This is where people outthink themselves. Now, look, there's an injury thing. You found some new thing out that's like, oh, my goodness, I didn't know that this team has never won with this lineup after blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand that. For example, I have this Duke thing in front of me now. It shows that Duke's starting lineup, which they played 20 games in this one lineup.
Yeah.
The average game score was 34.5. They absolutely dominated, okay? The problem was that 34.5 was with Foster, Evans, Gongba, Boozer, and Sarr all started, okay? They just killed everybody.
Okay.
But in 14 games this season with at least one other player in the starting lineup, their average game score went from 34.5 to 19.9. And the scary part is not one but two starters. Their status for the tournament. Foster's out indefinitely with a foot fracture and is unlikely to play unless Duke makes a very deep run. And Gongba has foot soreness and has sat out since March 27th. He was spotted in a boot using a scooter. Big man, foot issue. So the whole point here is they're saying, look, Duke's going to be the dominant pick. And everyone's picking, a lot of people are picking Duke. That is a pretty big documented Achilles heel, no pun intended. But is it, you have to separate the wheat from the chaff here. Is it enough? I think that's actually an English term, and I'm sorry. I don't. The men from the boys, the noise from the, I don't know. You have to separate the things. Is that enough to truly affect your Duke pick?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And you said even the last 24 hours is the most dangerous time, too. You talked to Bob Gerald about tournament, what was the term? Residue.
Residue.
Are you guilty of this? Because I will be. Let me see of an example. Let me find a tournament game here. Okay, we'll go with this one. Like if there's an analyst you respect, well, Bob Gerald was one, but I think Clark Kellogg's really good.
Yes,
so if Clark Kellogg says, my upset is, what game did I have? Oh, Akron's going to beat Texas.
Yes. Then by
I'll
the way,
go.
Jason, I'm literally on that game
Okay.
right now. That's hilarious.
So then I'll go, well, Clark Kellogg, like I'm a big fan of his. Akron it is. And I'm like, do I know anything about Akron?
No.
Did I watch a game?
No.
He told me, upset alert, but maybe it's like, did he pick that, or is he like, is that one to watch? I don't know, but he's pretty good. I like him. I'm going to take Akron. Like things like that I could be guilty of, or it's like someone else, what do they know?
I think the thing to avoid when it comes to tournament residue is I looked at that exact same game, and there's two things that are very big in there that I have had to learn to quiet in my head. There's two things that factor, two of the biggest ones for me. Number one, 5-12s. I instinctively want to pick a 12 over a 5, but when you look from history, but when you look at the recent numbers, what was it? I think 4 13s and even 3. Who else 3 play? 14. 4 13s and actually have a better upset opportunity, like over the last decade or something. I think that's number one. Number two, the amount of time since I've been watching March Madness where I've heard an announcer, and the Akron Zips have, or the Richmond Spiders. There are these upsetty teams that, so like if George Mason was in there this year, I'm odd. What the Akron Zips did in 1997 or whatever has nothing to do with what they do today, but that type of stuff is noise. I think it's a checklist. I use the betting lines. I really do as one of my things. Like if I'm looking at it, I go, oh, UNC's a 6. They're favored by 2.5 over VCU. Yeah. Only 2.5, and they're missing Caleb Wilson. That's a legitimate upset situation. But then I look at and obviously there'll be huge upsets. That's just one of them. Then the whole Ken Pom thing maybe for the championship. Then you look at commonality of opponents. You look at is this a team? Because I believe this is a big thing people overlook in these brackets. So many of these badass teams their best players are freshmen.
Yeah.
So naturally, these freshmen get to college basketball. They come from maybe a smaller town. It's obviously a smaller situation. They get on campus. It's first time away from home. They're adjusting to college life, their nutrition, their sleeping habits, not having their mom around, whatever it may be. A lot of times you see freshmen come out of the box. They're not that great. So if I've got a team that's in the tournament that has a freshman or freshmen that are powering it largely, I look at what they've done over the last 10, 15 games. What's the quality? Are they on a hot streak now? Because so many times you'll see those Calipari teams that got skipped over. It's because Kentucky had those freshmen that sucked the first 15.
25 games.
And then they get momentum, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, where's that coming from? There's just so many things that go into it. But this is where I'm in full overthink mode right now. We'll take a break. Who's hot? What's not? What's hot? Who's not? We'll recap 3 in the key for the Kings and Spurs. We'll do that next.
Think you got the perfect bracket? Prove it. Enter the Sactown Sports 1140 Basketball Mayhem Bracket Challenge for a shot at $1 million. It's free and open to fans nationwide, so lock in your picks now at SactownSports.com/contest. Powered by Power Business Technology.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance. A place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Declaration of Deals sales events?
We're pledging our allegiance to deals and savings. Right now, you can save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs, or save thousands of finance charges with 0% financing for 60 months and up to $9,000 Hoblet discount.
Wow, 0% and up to $9,000. That's pretty amazing.
We're here to help you save on your next new truck. Plus, with over 400 new Rams available, your perfect Ram is waiting. And if you didn't hear, the iconic 5.7-liter Hemi is back. We have over 60 available with 40 in stock.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after $57.94 factory rebates, $82.06 Hoblet discount, and $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership. Rebates include $500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. 5 at this net savings, 0% for 60 months, must finance through SFS for well-qualified buyers in lieu of all rebates. $16.67 per thousand borrowed. See dealer for details.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Running a business takes grit, vision, and a partner who believes in your success as much as you do. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built around you. The entrepreneurs, the growers, the dreamers powering our community. Whether you need flexible checking, faster payments, or financing to take your next big step, Valley Strong brings local expertise and real relationships to every stage of your business. Because when local businesses thrive, the whole valley grows stronger. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future. ValleyStrong.com/business.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
Darius Garland.
No.
Oh, no, he's not?
No, I don't know yet.
Oh, you said, Well, Monday's game against the Spurs, they lost, but he scored 25 points, had 10 assists for the game, and this is an interesting stat. Darius Garland, in his in his first 5 games of his career with the Clippers, he has averaged 20 points and 6 assists. The only other player to hit those marks in each of his first 5 games with an NBA team was
the Bears.
So they're joining a new team?
No, first 5 games.
Oh, their career with that team was
New York Knicks.
Charlie Ward, Florida State
Jalen
University.
Brunson.
Jeremy Lin.
Wow.
Oh.
Linsanity.
Linsanity was a thing.
Garland Sanity.
I need a ruling for a supplemental here. I don't know if it's hot or not, so I want you guys to help me out. I have in my hand here the menu for the April 7th Masters Club dinner put on by Mr. Rory McIlroy, the defending champion. This is a tradition like any other. I need a simple thumbs up, thumbs down on each. Appetizers are peach and ricotta flatbread with a little balsamic drizzle, hot honey, and basil.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Chris?
Thumbs up.
Okay. Rock shrimp tempura. Jason, you are disqualified for your allergy.
I would say thumbs out, thumbs down.
Rock shrimp tempura with...
Dude, take some Benadryl and be a man.
Creamy spicy sauce. I would say thumbs up. Chris?
Thumbs up.
Bacon wrapped dates with goat cheese and almonds. To be clear, folks, that's a fruit. It's not people coming with him to the tournament. I'm just saying. Bacon wrapped dates, goat cheese and almonds. I, too, would say thumbs up. Not my favorite, but I would eat it.
I'm probably going to go thumbs down, though. I would try it.
My go-to for Super Bowl parties was bacon wrapped dates for a bit.
Grilled, they're very good.
Yes.
Grilled elk sliders, caramelized onion jam, and roasted garlic aioli. Thumb sideways.
I don't know what elk tastes like.
I don't either. I'd try it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, now we're into the first course. Yellowfin tuna carpaccio, toasted baguette, and chives.
Definitely.
Thumbs up, right?
Thumbs up.
Oh, there's an asterisk. I left something out with foie gras.
Thumbs down.
That took my thumbs up, way up to a thumbs down. Your main course, a choice of Wagyu filet mignon or seared salmon.
Steak, thumbs up.
Steak, thumbs up. Sauteed Brussels sprouts.
Thumbs up.
I'd eat them. I don't love them, but I'd eat them.
Glazed carrots with brown butter. I'm fine. Crispy.
Absolutely thumbs up.
Yeah. Crispy Vidalia onion rings.
Yes.
Dessert. Not sure if you guys have had this before, but it's 2 thumbs up for me. Sticky toffee pudding with vanilla ice cream and warm toffee sauce.
Sure.
Yeah.
You sound like you're from London.
It's really flipping good. Okay, so is Rory McIlroy hot for the menu? I think it's a pretty damn good menu.
Lukewarm.
And of course, they have $3,000 bottles of wine they're serving.
Little hoity-toity for me.
Who is the one that recently that did? Was it Scheffler did cheeseburgers? Somebody did cheeseburgers.
I think it was
and when Matsuyama won
Tiger Woods did cheeseburgers.
Did he? And what you would have hated it, but when Matsuyama won it, he had a ton of
that
sushi.
Oh, amazing!
My God. It was so good, dude. And I'll bet you half the Masters people were like, "What do I do with this? I don't." Oh my God, that would have been amazing. Who's not?
Oh, yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah,
the Sacramento Kings. Last night they got blown out by the Spurs. They shot 44% from the field, 39% from 3.
Okay.
But Max Renau had a good game.
Yeah, he did. Well, we'll find out right now. Berger, let's recap. 3 in the key right now, please. They were once a dynasty, and the San Antonio Spurs might be on their way to more rings. Well, last night they came to Sacramento, and they absolutely kicked it. Sacramento Kings ran out of syllables, butts. Kicked the butt of the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento's tough. It's 4 syllables. Thinking of buying a laundromat. I'll explain later.
Are you seriously?
I have an opportunity to go in on a laundromat.
Interesting.
It's not, and it's not. I'm not like Mr. Rich Guy. Like no, there's an SBA loan.
You have to put the other house up.
No, we get an SBA. It's this whole pitch my buddy gave me. He said laundromats are like the thing to like. They never go down and whatever. And like everyone needs to do laundry. You make a bunch of money if you have like a leave and fold service there. You can put vending machines and stuff in there to make money, and you don't really have to have anyone there. You just have cameras and go service the machines. Like, you laid out this whole thing. I was like, dude, really? And there's like one for sale in Carmichael of all places. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I'll put $10 in.
Broadcast live from laundromat. We can make it a studio. Come in, do your laundry, and that could be our
breakfast.
Our breakfast. Breakfast at the laundromat.
Cleaning with Dave.
I'm sure there's no conflict of interest there.
No.
Ooh, if I owned a laundromat and I paid for it, could I do endorsements for my own business? I honestly don't
believe so.
You think so?
I think so.
I think if I pay for it, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Back to you.
All right, we asked yesterday with the returning Kings players of De'Aaron Fox and Harrison Barnes, how many points would Fox get? How many points would Barnes get? Davey said 26 for Fox, 11 for Barnes. I said 21 for Fox, 8 for Barnes. Chris said 32 for Fox, 12 for Barnes. The correct answer was Fox had 15, Barnes had 16.
Wow.
I don't know who was closer.
Fox went from 3.
Wow, we won the trade.
Then we asked, because he was on a heater,
then
how many points for DeMar DeRozan? Davey said 24. I said 20. Chris said 23. He had 2.
Yeah.
He had a bucket. Then our random stat. Oh, Dave, you were so close. You said Doug McDermott would have 5 or more threes.
I know. I was
4 for 8.
Son of a biscuit.
I said I was really close on this one. Both coaches would go 2-0 on challenges. There were 0 challenges yesterday. Nothing. That just went right through that game.
Well, nobody won their thing.
Oh, wait a minute now.
No, that's
Chris
it.
said
We'll take a break.
De'Aaron Fox will not be booed at intros. And I'm going to say that Chris is right.
De'Aaron Fox will not be booed. Is there another way we could take that? Is there another meaning?
Well, we had the 209 say I booed.
That somebody from the 209 booed.
I did not hear him. You said you went back and listened to that clip and you said you heard some.
Said earlier that, look, I heard a boo, maybe 2 boos. But I fine. It's
they were saying boo Aaron Fox.
What's up, boo?
What up, boo? They were saying boo Fossa from Lion King. I don't know. We'll give it. You know what? Let's give it to him. It's tapped right on. We'll take a break. Final hour of the program. When we come back, hey, once again, coming on after. Oh wait, we lost last night. Never mind. She's coming on after a loss this time. Why do I feel like? But it was. You know what? It was a loss last night, but maybe a win for the future. Katie Christensen joins us next.
The madness is here, and so is your shot at $1 million. Enter the Sactown Sports 1140 Basketball Mayhem Bracket Challenge. It's free and open to fans nationwide. Head to SactownSports.com, build your bracket, and see if you've got what it takes. This contest is brought to you by Power Business Technology. For all your business copier needs, call 1-844-POWER-BZ or visit PowerCopiers.com. Don't sleep on this. Get your picks in now.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Imran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of PepsiCo Inc.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yeah. Get busy. Get busy living or get busy dying. That's what Red said. Shawshank Redemption. Joining us right now, down the stretch we come. Just a few more games left in this season. And she's been there for everyone, the analyst for television for your Sacramento Kings. The one, the only, Katie Christensen. Good morning, Katie.
Well, good morning. I give that about a 6 on the excitement level.
So that would be better than average, yet I think what you're trying to say is not as excited as usual.
Yeah. Well, good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
I'm excited. I am.
Sounds like it.
I'm very much excited. Although, did you hear last week I forgot to wish our mutual friend a happy birthday? I wished her one the next day because that's how it was in my calendar.
Ooh.
Did she get that? Yeah.
That's a party
That's
foul.
brutal.
It was garbage, too, because I woke up and immediately, because she lives in New York, I immediately called her.
I don't even need to hear the rest of it. I just
I'm
hear
with
excuses.
Katie.
What was the last part, Katie?
I just hear excuses.
That's all I'm saying. I called first thing in the morning. I was going to sing her happy birthday. Like, it's very important to me to do that for if it's in my calendar. And it was, but I put it in a day late. And then so I felt bad the whole day. But I did remember. Yeah. Anyways. Gross. Katie, we've talked about this a lot. This has been a trying year for everyone. It's been trying for the fans. It's been trying for the media, the announcers, and of course it's been trying for the players. And as we get down the stretch, it's one of those things where we try to find the bright sides, the positives. It hasn't all been bad, record aside. And Jason and I were talking earlier, and we said, there are some nominees. Russ is playing on the court as if we were in a playoff game. What's his face? Cardwell showing up and being a fun little spark plug there. We came to the conclusion we think Maxime Reynaud and his play, being a second rounder especially, has been the number one positive. Do you agree, or do you have a different one?
Yeah, no, I think that Max probably is the highlight, right? Just based on expectations. And my expectation was that he would get some time. I didn't think he would really get a lot of time and certainly not be a featured part of it. I think we all kind of knew going into this season that it might be challenging because, in all honesty, the Western Conference is no joke. It's brutal. It's like, being battered and bruised every single night, no matter who you're playing. And it was, new front office, new coaching staff, like all of the things, right? Everything new, but the roster really hadn't changed much outside of just the rookie, group that came in. And, when you look at it, in however many games we are now, it's like, where are we?
70.
Game-wise?
Yeah.
I was going to say it's got to be about 70. By the way, just a little side tangent. I was talking to Jay Ross at the arena the other night, and I was like, yeah, just 16 games left. And he's so nice. He goes, I think we're at 14. So I get out my phone and look, and I was like, yeah, you're right. That game hadn't gone yet. And I was like, I had no idea I was going to wake up this morning and there was going to be 2 less games. Like 2 games happened while I was sleeping.
I felt like I delivered good news.
Yeah.
It has kind of gotten to the point where we're kind of, less than a month out.
Senioritis.
And I think we have learned a lot. And what we have learned is really how, good the draft class was for Scott Perry and his front office. And, like last night, head-to-head matchup between the Frenchmen. And I'm going to say Max won the matchup, right? Other than Wemby coming out with the win, but Max played fantastic. And those are like the positive things. And like the growth trajectory of this rookie class has been on a much accelerated rate, purely because of injuries and everything that was happened. And so you have to look at that as like the brightest kind of, spot of this season, if you will.
Yeah, and the other part, Katie, is the carryover from that conversation we were having earlier about Max. I said I was trying to go back to the year, and I don't even remember what year it was, but when at the end of the year, similar type thing, Kings were so banged up, and a guy like Ray McCallum got a chance to just play out at the end. And he played 48 minutes, he had some triple doubles. It was fun. Individually, it was great.
Yeah.
But it also wasn't the start of something for him personally. But this feels different to me watching Max. I don't know if I'm right on that, but because it does feel like he is a part of the future, and it does feel like he has a bright future, and he's not getting these points just because someone has to in a 48-minute game.
Right.
Does that how you feel too? Is there real production here that can be utilized for him and this team going forward?
100%, because, Ray McCallum had the opportunity, played well. I do remember that. I don't remember the year either. All this stuff runs together. But I think the difference with Max is that he's played, over 60 games at this point. Again, the beginning of the season, he really wasn't seeing the floor, but he started over 40 games. And so that's meaningful in the sense that his production is against the best in the league at his position. And he's been able to maintain and continue to actually build and grow on that. So I do think that this is the start of something for Max. But also, like, Neek has been really impressive to me over the last month. And just his comfort level and aggression level and decision-making on the offensive end, you can tell that he's turned a corner. And, their rookie season's almost over. Like, they're not rookies for very much longer, and they're already playing like they've, transitioned out of that kind of rookie phase in their career. And his defense particularly has taken a massive jump over the last month. And so all of these things are kind of signals to the future of what to expect. And I think that's the only way you can take all of these things is it's positive. And I think I am not operating under an illusion that it is temporary. I think this is legit. Okay, these guys are proving themselves to be, solid NBA players for the long term.
Katie Christensen joining us. You're not here and we're not here to say whether or not Russell Westbrook will return next year. That's obviously a Scott Perry and company decision. But one thing we talked about earlier, in fact, it was somebody pointed out to me on Twitter that's a huge Russ fan, and it is true. It is not a coincidence. There's no flukiness. Max Reynaud's game is completely accelerated when Russell Westbrook is on the floor with him. As a matter of fact, last night we pointed out of Russ's 10 assists, 8 of them went to Max Reynaud. Mm-hmm. And when you look at the games Russ does not play, Max's scoring is quite severely affected. So that's great. And what a great guy to learn from and da-da-da-da-da. My question for you is this. Looking at Max every night, seeing what's going on, I'm not saying you could replace Russ Westbrook, but if Russ were not to return, is that something you think that is readily transferable to whichever point guard they put in next year, or will that be a challenge?
I hate to say it, Dave, but that's actually a really good question.
Wow.
It's brutal that you be like, wow, Dave actually, with his limited brain capacity, was able to put that together.
You're messing up my touchdown dance. Continue.
You look at the last 5 games, right? 2 of those games, Max was in single-digit scoring. Those were the 2 games that Russ was not playing. They have certainly developed a chemistry together. And here's the thing. There's different types of point guards in this league, but a lot of point guards in this league that are starting caliber point guards are going to be able to run a 2-man game. And that is where Max and Russ have developed a really great chemistry, and Russ is really trying to feature him and grow him, and it benefits Russ's game as well. And so I think that, yes, you could replace Russ with another starting caliber point guard, but it has to be a point guard that is not just a score first point guard. It's got to be someone that is, for lack of a better, word, like really looking to play make and contribute from the standpoint of running offense. Like Malik Monk is really great in the two-man game as well. He's not a point guard. He's an off guard, but he developed great chemistry with Domantas Sabonis. Those guys worked really, really well in it. So I think the thing is now seeing the difference and what Max has to offer. I think all of these things that we've seen over the course of this season really helps the front office determine the type of players that they need to target to bring in to continue to kind of foster the players and the personnel that they have on the roster.
Talking with Katie Christensen every Wednesday that we do here at 9 o'clock, Kings television analyst. Katie, injuries are obviously unfortunate for anybody on this team. The one right now that just has me a little bummed is Keegan because, look, the season hasn't gone the way anybody wants. But this would be valuable time as someone that's signed contractually to be here for the longest amount of time, so you do feel like he's a part of the future. He was reevaluated last week, and they said, in 2 weeks they'll look at him again. If that leaves like 5 to 6 games, just your own opinion, would you put him out there again if there's 5 or 6 games to go?
Yeah, I think it's important. Being on the floor is important. And specifically being on the floor with the younger pieces that are a part of, kind of certainly the foreseeable future, right? And so, again, like talking about Russ and Max and how that two-man game is something that, okay, now they're able to evaluate talent and the type of players they want to use, even what works for them offensively as a group, all of those type of things. It's important to see Keegan out there as well and to have that time and that period of time, even if it's 5 games, to evaluate all of this stuff together. I think it's valuable.
When you look at I don't want to spend too much time on them, but it's worth noting that the San Antonio Spurs just beat the britches off the Kings last night. It was as we talked about earlier, it was the epitome of, it was not close. It was put them out of their misery early, and they did, and they played like a championship contending team. By the way, a team that A, had a worse record than the Kings last year, and B, missed the playoffs last year, more importantly. We've talked before, Katie, about playoff experience, and very rarely, even LeBron James's Heatles, they did not win the championship their first year because you have to have that regular season, and then you have to mesh in the playoffs. I think it's fair to say the San Antonio Spurs are a championship contender. But, Katie, are they in your mind? Could you see them lifting the Larry O'Brien this year?
I think they certainly are. If they play like they played last night, 25 3-point field goals it's hard to lose in this league when you're able to score like that. That's not their normal performance. Like every team they have a ton of talent. They have a ton of guys that can hit threes, but they don't rely on making 17 threes a game to be successful. They have a very their roster is very balanced. They have a lot of very skilled guys that do a lot of different things. So it's not like that the Warriors when they had Clay and Steph together and like the 3-point shooting was such a massive part of their success, right? The Spurs aren't dealing with that same situation. Defensively, they're really, really solid. They rely heavily on kind of their guard play, the dribble penetration, ability to get inside, 3-point shooting. Like they have a very complete offensive approach. I do think that they can be considered a contender. The only thing that really is like the question mark for me, and this is not hating, this is just history. Historically, teams don't turn it around so fast and then like they're in the playoffs and then they win a title, right?
Yeah.
Usually it takes them 3 or 4 years of battling in the playoffs to be able to kind of get over the hill, if you will. And so where I think that they're really, really talented, I think one of the things that they actually have going for them is the fact that the other teams in the league that are competitive right now and like are title contenders outside of, I'm going to say outside of Boston, that none of these people have really been there. You got Detroit, you've got Oklahoma City. They won last year, but they still have a very young group, right? And so the experience of being able to win the title last year is great, but, obviously being able to win back-to-back, that's not something that happens regularly in this league. And it certainly hasn't happened with like young teams that like all of a sudden are there and then they just start winning back-to-back, right? So, and then, you look at Detroit, same type of situation. And so I think that for that reason, it's more open to them than in the past because the top teams in both conferences right now really are new to the title contention game.
Yeah. Katie, sticking with the Spurs, one more thought on them. Just your own perception as an analyst of this league, someone that played, of what Victor Wembanyama is today and what, 3 years from now, still early enough in his career, what he might turn into.
He's so good. Oh, my gosh. He's so good. And it's just, I think the fact, like his work ethic, we always talk about, like what players in professional sports do to stay competitive and continue to grow and develop. Like his work ethic is even rare in this class of people. I think that, it's strange that he's still growing. I'm wondering when that stops. And every year it's like, okay, it's gotta be now. But like his rookie year in the league, he's led the league in blocks every single year that he's been in the league. First year he had 254. Last year I think it was like 178. Like it was a big dip down, and that has a lot to do with people figuring out how to play against him, right? That's where the drop goes and where you see the numbers start to balance out a little bit. But one of the things I actually like about his game this year that has changed from a year ago that I think is better is he's relying way less on the three-point shot. And I'm not anti-big shooting, any of that. I do struggle with someone that's like 7'4", taking such a large amount of their shot attempts from the outside. But what he's done this year is he's used the fact that he was a high-volume three-point shooter and a decent three-point shooter last year. And we saw it last night, one of the early plays in the first quarter. Shot fake, Max flew out at him, and he just blew by him with his handle, and he dunked at the rim like, a second and a half later. So the way that his game is continuing to develop and the different pieces and wrinkles that he's adding in, I still think his ceiling is so far away. Like, I think he's just scratching the surface, which is crazy because I think he's really phenomenal.
What's crazy as well is, and of course this stuff, you never know, works. Somebody made the case today or yesterday talking about this, that Victor Wembanyama is already the best player in the NBA. He's there. He's already there right now. It's just a matter of is he on the floor or not. That nobody has the effect that he has offensively and defensively. Giannis Antetokounmpo is really the only argument there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, fine, better offensively, you could say, does not defend anywhere near Victor Wembanyama. Same thing with Nikola Jokic. Same thing, different players, blah, blah, blah. What's crazy is when you look at Giannis. Now, Giannis's first year was at 19. Victor Wembanyama is 20. But when you look at their year 20 year, so this would be Victor's rookie year and Giannis's second year, it honestly looks like Victor Wembanyama is being compared to like a kid in college. Like and I know that Giannis developed and is a different guy. But Katie, I'm just going to ask you a stupid sports radio question. I acknowledge it. But in your mind, I'm talking Wembanyama's ceiling. Are we looking at a top 10, a top 5 here? Ceiling?
I think so, for sure. I think so. Here's kind of my issue with this whole kind of question statement, and it all joking aside, when you talk about impact of winning, there's no denying the fact that Victor Wembanyama impacts both ends of the floor at a really, really high rate. We showed his on-off numbers last night. The wins were there, but where the drastic difference is like opponent field goal shooting. They won 10 of the 15 games where he wasn't on the floor, but they have a really great team, right? Yeah. And every team, when you have a superstar like him, you need to have a great supporting cast. So they've done that. So when he's not on the floor, the win-loss, portion of the analytics are not that drastic. It's the other numbers that are really drastic, like the field goal percentage shooting for your opponent, those types of things, right? Especially when it comes to the paint. Like last night, King shot under 50% in the paint. That is 100% because of him. And the way that he affects shots and affects your ability to really maneuver within your offense with any kind of, coherency, right? And regularity. Like it's there. It's the eye test. I really struggle with looking and comparing numbers because Victor Wembanyama is a much different player than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis does an excellent job defensively as well. He's a great offensive player, but they're completely different. Giannis is not a massive shot blocker, but he's super versatile defensively. He has an amazing strength and body to him where that impacts the game differently than it does Victor Wembanyama. Like Victor impacts with his size and his versatility in terms of his movement. He moves incredibly well for his size. He's very lean, but he's not physically like a dominating physical force in the sense of, strength and physicality. And Giannis impacts the game on the offensive end in a very different way. He's not near as skilled as Victor Wembanyama, in my opinion, right? He's kind of a one-trick pony, but that is because of his physical domination, right? He is like a Mack truck coming at you. You cannot stop him. But, you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's a great defender, too. I'm not going to say that he's an all-defensive team caliber, but he's a really good defender, especially considering his usage on the offensive end. Offensively, we know who he is. He's an amazing player. He impacts winning in that way. But they also have a really amazingly built supporting cast as well. So you're not going to see the massive drop-off if like when Victor's out and when Shai's out, where you see it. And listen, Jokic is absolutely insane. He is so talented and so skilled. He is a liability on the defensive end. He is not a good defensive player. And I personally, from my own standpoint as a fan of the game and watching, have a really difficult time watching the complaining and the flopping and all of the antics that surround him as a player. It drives me insane because he is too skilled to be behaving that way. But when you look at how he impacts the game, it's just as much as Victor Wembanyama without being able to play defense at all, because what he does on the offensive end is so monumentally, there's a huge gap between him and anyone else, because not only does he score and rebound, but the way he makes the players around him better, to me, is drastic. It's head and shoulders above anyone else in the league. So that's why it's hard for me doing numbers comparisons and all of those things, because you have to look at individual skill sets and see how those individual skill sets impact winning and success for those various teams.
Yeah, and I think the other part of that argument too, Katie, is just the situations. And I think we saw it last night. One of the greatest Kings we ever had is De'Aaron Fox. He's now with the Spurs.
Yeah.
He's playing a different role. De'Aaron's still a terrific player, but he doesn't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting that he had to do here with this. I mean, he's in a fantastic role now with the Spurs.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to be relied on night in and night out to be extraordinary. And that's not a feasible expectation for any player. You know what I mean? That's why teams don't win titles with a superstar. They win with multiple guys. And if you look just historically at the winners in this league, there's always a superstar, but there's great supporting cast. And a lot of the times on these really successful title teams, right, there's one or two other guys that if you remove them from that team and had them be the primary for any other team in the league, they would be dominating. But would they be winning like they are with the team that they're on? And I think De'Aaron's a perfect example of that. What I love about De'Aaron is that there's no ego involved. He really is just trying to win, and he's trying to be successful in a team atmosphere. And in my opinion, from everything I ever saw with De'Aaron and the time that he was here in Sacramento and the interactions, that's always been who De'Aaron is and what he's about. It was never about looking at his numbers, seeing what he's averaging, trying to, dominate from a statistical standpoint. There are superstars like that in this league. He's not that way. And so, again, I also think this is one of the reasons why San Antonio was very interested in him, because he fits their culture for that reason. And he plays winning basketball, regardless if that means that he is getting 10 assists or if he's getting 30 points. To him, it doesn't matter. The win is really what it is at the end of the day.
Last thing for you, Katie, one of the ways I divide that argument in my head always is you have, we just had the Oscars Sunday. You have your leading actors and actresses, and then you have your best supporting actors and actresses. And I look at NBA players like that. So De'Aaron Fox, for example, my question always while he was here, loved him, loved his play. He's amazing. Is he Jack Nicholson, the leading actor, or is he, some supporting role? And what I mean by that is, can an NBA team win a championship with X player as their best player? And when you go back through the history of NBA champions, every single year, it's a Jokic, it's a Gilgeous-Alexander, it's a LeBron James, it's a Dirk Nowitzki, there's always that guy. I think you have to go back to 2004, Pistons, Chauncey Billups maybe is an outlier. Mm-hmm. Is De'Aaron Fox, could he have ever been a leading actor in your opinion, or was he always, in a non-disrespectful way, was he always best suited as a supporting actor?
Yeah, and I don't look at this as disrespectful in any way. I think you're making a really valid point. Like, listen, he is a phenomenal player. We saw it with our own eyes for years here in Sacramento, and it's like there was never a cast around him other than the Beam year that really allowed kind of him to shine, if you will, like in terms of winning, right? He impacted winning in that season. The easy answer is we will never know. Right? It's hard to say until that's proven one way or the other. So far, it's been proven that, he needs to be kind of the supporting cast, right? Like the number two, basically. But you look at the Bulls of the '90s and Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was a star in this league, but he's, in my opinion, he wasn't like a star that could be the number one, the primary, and them win the titles that they won. Yeah. But he was fantastic and a superstar in his role, and they wouldn't have had the success that they had without him in that role. And so I kind of look at De'Aaron Fox in that way. And I think when you have guys that are battling for that number one spot, you're not going to have success on your team. De'Aaron's not battling for that number one spot right now. I think he clearly knows where he falls in the pecking order and where he needs to fall in the pecking order.
That's Katie Christensen. We started off, she gave my intro a 6. This is in all the years she's been on and all the years we've worked together. So we're talking like thousands of minutes, right? I think this is the first time ever in the same stint I got a good question. And then I think
a good point or
good
something,
point, or really makes you think, or something, like literally 2 crown-worthy compliments from her.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling like I kind of brought my A game today with her. I really do. Katie, your thoughts?
Yeah, I wish that you had brought your A game, was wishing Desi a happy birthday. So,
oh man, she brought
it back to where we started. Yep. Yeah.
I just want everybody to understand. You just got a tiny glimpse of how vicious Katie can be. Don't fall for all that happy TV garbage. She carries one of them little knives, and she'll cut you deep.
Little cuts,
little paper cuts. All right, Katie. Well done. Great to end on that note, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. You have a good week, y'all.
You too. Bye. Carmichael Dave. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud, and that was Katie Christensen. We will take a break. As always, all our interviews available at Sactown Sports, both on the app and on YouTube. What's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We got a lot on deck before we get to celebrity birthdays, and you never know what's going to happen in Crosstalk, which should be brought to you by I don't know, some like auto repair place that fixes car crashes, because that's usually what it is. We'll get to all that final half hour next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Your business moves fast. Your bank should keep up. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built for momentum with tools that help you manage cash flow, streamline payments, and fuel growth. Right now, there's never been a better time to switch. Open a new Valley Strong business account and get 3 months of business banking products and services free, up to $750 in value to power your next big move. Because when your business runs stronger, the whole Valley does too. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future at valleystrong.com/business.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. He's here to tell us what's going on for the Declaration of Deal sales event.
Come learn the art of savings with Hoblet when you save up to $13,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. Some are even available with 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, with the return of the iconic 5.7-liter Hemi with an all-new 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, you'll find what you already know. This is the best Ram yet.
But do you have the Ram I'm looking for?
Yes, and if we don't, we'll order it for you. The reason we are consistently one of the top Ram dealers on the West Coast is our huge Ram inventory, with over 400 available, including those hard-to-find heavy duties.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$13,500 net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Limited Longhorns after $1,500 factory rebates. Discounts include $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership. Rebates include $500 on-the-job upfit, much eligible upfit. Sample VIN 152135. 0% financing for 36 months, only available through SFS for well-qualified buyers in lieu of all rebates. $27.77 per thousand borrow. See dealer for details.
The spring sale is in bloom at Scandinavian Designs. For a limited time, enjoy huge savings on select modern furniture and decor, including pieces for your living room, bedroom, dining room, and beyond. This is your chance to refresh a favorite space or dream up an entirely new look. Stop by one of our local showrooms or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple. You make it home.
Ladies and
gentlemen.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Well, what is on deck? It is brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We do have more NCAA tournament action tonight. 2 more games. Prairie View A&M versus Lehigh. The 2-16 matchups. It's cool because one of those teams is going to get a tournament win technically and advance to play a 1 seed, so good luck there. And then you also have another 11 matchup today. 2 11 seeds, Miami of Ohio versus Southern Methodist, also known as SMU. SMU, Miami of Ohio. As far as the NBA goes, no Kings tonight. They'll play Thursday, tomorrow against Philadelphia. But you do have the Warriors at the Celtics. Can the Nets beat the Thunder? I don't think so. The Blazers at the Pacers. Are the Pacers going to lose out and lose like 28 games, tying the NBA record? Jazz at Timberwolves. Timberwolves. Clippers at Pelicans.
Clippers at Pelicans?
Uh-huh.
Clippicans.
Okay.
McClellicans.
Hawks at Mavericks.
Havericks.
Nuggets at Grizzlies.
Nope.
Lakers, Rockets.
Lockets. Tyler.
You don't want to try that again? Nuggets at Grizzlies. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Don't want to.
Nope. I do not. And that's just fine. We have not mentioned it. And save your texts, whatever. It's sports news, so just shut up. The WNBA, they have come to an agreement on the CBA. That's absolutely right. After a prolonged labor battle, a new collective bargaining agreement was reached early today, just 51 days before the start of the new season. And under the new CBA, the salary cap will start at $7 million, which is up from $1.5 million. The Supermax starts at 1.4. It was $249,000 last year. The average salary goes from $120 to $600, with the minimum salary surpassing $300,000. The minimum salary last year was $66,079. There's other things in there as well. It was Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, and the WNPA, and this is a key here. The executive director of the WNBA Players Association, Terry Carmichael Jackson, my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
TCJ.
TCJ, that is what we call her.
Yeah.
Now, there's TMJ, which is a jaw thing. That is not good. TCJ.
So you have Terry Carmichael Jackson. You have Carmichael Dave, Harold Carmichael.
And,
There was a TV show called The Carmichaels, wasn't there?
Was there?
I think so.
Oh, I think you're right. There was. Isn't there a comedian? Jared Carmichael?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And Carmaker.
Carmaker, Dave. Thank you, Mark Kotze. I don't think I make Mount Carmichael more. I don't. I think you've got, obviously, TCJ. Well, obviously, you have Carmichael, Harold Carmichael, TCJ, and Jared Carmichael.
I think you might beat out Carmichael.
Yeah, I got asked to be mayor of Carmichael once.
Really?
did. It's not like a position you just like raise money for charity and go cut ribbons and stuff.
Dave doesn't like charity.
So that's why you don't want to do it.
Yes, that's exactly why.
Dave doesn't like charity.
No, they didn't realize I don't live in Carmichael.
Oh.
I've not lived in Carmichael in a long time.
You don't keep a house there for tax purposes?
Third house?
No. Dude, Carmichael's crazy, man. Like, Carmichael is the weirdest. I think it is arguably the weirdest place in the greater Sacramento area. No, I really, really do. It is weird. I was just there a week ago. I forget what I had to do, but it was in that area.
Looking at the laundromat.
Yeah. And I'd been on the phone with my sister, and I did the route, basically. I'll come down Fair Oaks Boulevard. I'll go by my old house I grew up at with my parents, look to see what they've done to it. Then I'll hit my elementary school, my first elementary school, and then I hit my second elementary school, my junior high. and then my high school. And then on the way, like, oh, hey, there's his house. That's where my friend Kevin lived. That's where Brett lived. All this stuff, right? But when you go down, and anyone who lives or is familiar with Carmichael, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The prices in Carmichael are insane. But there's like, it's a little like LA in the sense that like, no, seriously, like you're on a block with like mansions and like $5 million houses. Mm-hmm. And then one block later, there's like apartments and it's kind of a rundown area and lower income. And like, there's not a lot of, basically from Fair Oaks Boulevard down towards the river is all like super rich people. And then like Marconi, El Camino, all of that, that's mostly like apartments and different things. That's fine. But when you go down Fair Oaks Boulevard, I don't know that there's another stretch in the greater Sacramento area that has like, oh, this beautiful newly renovated shopping center, like Milagro, for example, on Fair Oaks and Marconi. Yeah. And then I'm driving down, I'm like, that's the liquor store I bought my first pack of smokes with, and they literally haven't painted it. Mm-hmm. That's where the old Hollywood Video is, that like where Crestview Bowling Alley is. Mm-hmm. I think they're finally starting to do something there, but it's been a field for like 10 years, I think.
Yeah, and then across the way is that used to be like a Dairy Queen.
Yes.
Turned into it's like some of the
burger. Some knockoffs.
And then, some
where they used to have Green Acres, the miniature golf place. Yeah. I don't know. Is it Green Acres? Yeah, it was Green Acres. Miniature golf, which I went to all the time. That was like our Scandia. That's at least I don't know if it still is, but like it's also there's stuff where it's like just a field on Fair Oaks Boulevard or Manzanita, and then I'm like, oh, there's Mark and Monica's. Okay, they're still there. That hasn't changed. But over here, there's a new Safeway I don't recognize. Right. I don't know. And then I got it, dude. This has changed 500 times. When you hit the Fair Oaks Manzanita split and Fair Oaks curves to the right, if you're coming down Fair Oaks towards Manzanita and you hit the split and you go right, there's this it used to be, it was a Taco Bell, then it was like a Burger King, then it was like a Adalberto's, and then it was a Carolina's, and now it's a California Burrito. There used to be a Rally Burger right there. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back. I really did want to live. We talked about I wanted to raise my kids in Carmichael. I truly, truly did. How cool would it be to have my kids go to the same school I did? How great would that be? But then we go and look for houses, and it's like I'm paying 30 to 40% more than I'd pay in Roseville or something for like a house that was built in 1974 and looks like it on the inside.
Character.
Really well-built houses.
Yeah, good bones.
You got some land, usually. You got some space between. There's a lot I love about Carmichael, but Carmichael needs a glow up. Carmichael needs to go on one of them reality shows, but for like people, but for cities. Yeah, and they need to glow up, man.
Carmichael is a Carmichael Dave of Sacramento.
I need a glow up? Wow.
That's what he said.
Jeez. On that note, we'll take a break. What the hell's going to happen in Crosstalk? I don't know. I know we'll do celebrity birthdays and more. Coming up right after this.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
a lot.
And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Save $10 on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people will even install them for free.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Bring your visions to life with smart business buying tools and technology from Amazon Business. From fast, free shipping to in-depth buying insights and automated purchase approvals, we deliver everything you need to achieve your goals. Go to AmazonBusiness.com for support.
It's weird when you get a stalker. I'll never forget, I met her. She was outside, and she's a stalker, so, not hot. That's just what you picture when you picture a stalker. If they were hot, they wouldn't be a stalker. They'd be my girlfriend.
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson, live, Friday, April 10th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com. Pete Davidson, live.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
No, I'm not participating. Apparently it was Crack on Dave Day, which is now becoming almost a sponsorable benchmark because yesterday it started with that one. Where we are not
Hello?
You're on. Hello? Are you on?
Yeah.
There you go.
My mic's on.
What were you saying? Your mic wasn't.
Oh, I said, what other female in the room were you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't look at you that way. You mean a colleague of mine? Because that's how I look at you.
Dave doesn't see gender.
I don't see gender.
Oh,
A gender, B gender, or C gender. I do not.
Look at you. What a pro.
Thank you. Yeah, not my first rodeo. Yeah, you came in, you're like, what the hell are you looking at?
I love doing that sometimes.
And I was like, what did I
Sometimes I just take stuff out on people. Don't take it personally.
And then today, Jason, a little bit. Chris, a lot. Matt, sort of.
What?
I was like,
I was
you mostly had my back. It was mostly Chris with the gasoline. It's like,
Proud of you.
Was I making anything up?
You were, as my dad would say, gilding the lily a little bit, but you were. There was some exaggeration. And some pontification. Thank you. Hello, Dad. And pontification.
Now that's all I think about when you said that.
Yeah.
What you think his dad said?
Nasty weaves.
That's what I said. Oh, weaves? I think he says wheeze. What did you think he said?
Ass Jeeves.
That's hilarious.
Nasty weaves.
And now if you play it again, it's like that Laurel and Hardy thing where like you think that.
Nasty weaves. Massive peas.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was kind of funny.
I don't know what he's saying half the time.
He's like, jeez.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. I was FaceTiming him when he was in the hospital last week, and he had his I could see him from like the chest up, and he had his gown like half on.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, there was a little,
I'd be free balling.
Any hat?
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
I think that's Frovering. I don't think you could. Yeah. So he had all these.
You know those gowns. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Enjoy the breeze.
Yeah.
So.
Summer breeze. Drifted away.
He had all these like red raised dots on his. I don't know how to describe them on his chest. And I watched my dad. I don't know. It
Are
was
they
like
tiny or big?
They're tiny.
Yeah, they're cherry.
They're not moles, but
they're cherry. I can't remember they're harmless.
Yeah, that's what he. So, but I watched my dad very closely because that's probably my future if my mom's genetics don't win out. I was like, Dad, what are those? And it took him 9 minutes to figure out what the hell I was. I'm like, Dad, look in the little square and hold it. You can see what I'm talking about.
You can get them removed.
Yeah. So, and he goes, oh, no, David, it's old age. Leave me alone. Like, okay.
Is he doing okay?
You didn't hear?
No.
Did you guys not?
No.
You didn't?
Yeah, you're not going to pull the wool
Jason
over my
loves
eyes.
this bit.
He's out of the hospital.
Oh, okay.
What'd you think I was going to say?
He passed away.
What?
That's what
Don't
I
put that out there, Kayla.
Well,
Jeez.
did you hear?
You know what she just said?
You set it up like, well, Kayla, did you hear? Like I was going to set myself up for disaster.
That he got out.
Good.
For now. It's day by day. He's 81. We don't know.
Hey, 81's the new 71.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Absolutely a thing.
Well, probably not going to have too many more of these celebrity birthdays. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies.
Lord.
Hey, you know what? Enjoying the little time you have
Don't
left.
look at me.
Enjoy it with a big box
Lord.
of Crumble Cookies. Love you, Dad. You're the best.
Do you?
I'm enjoying the time we have because it could all end tomorrow.
Dave likes his dad because he didn't put him in AAU.
Hey, you.
Is this what they are?
Oh, you're Googling? Oh, this could be
Yeah,
great.
because I these ones, they're cherry almulos. No, they're not bad.
Bring it
They're just tiny.
Yeah.
Completely harmless. And tell him if he needs advice, I can help him get rid of them. He just goes and gets a laser. And I can tell him the right
My
laser.
dad's FaceTiming Kayla like, are these normal? No, he's
here for skin
Are you kidding me?
advice.
He's like, he does not care. I'm just like, is that my future?
Oh, well, then you can get them removed.
I don't have any of those. I don't want them though.
Yet.
What are you looking at me? Did you just do a once over on me? She just scanned me.
I just was like,
red bumps. You got red bumps.
Well, do you? No, you don't. I don't see any.
Celebrity birthdays.
Good.
Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. I'm a dermatologist on the side.
Are you? I'm going to see a dermatologist in 5 hours and
Good.
under 5 hours.
Everyone should get checked, too,
I'm
like-
not. I've never seen a dermatologist.
Are you kidding?
No. What the hell?
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
See, what does it say right there? 3:45.
Dermatologist appointment.
I'm not making it up.
All right. Good
Today
luck.
is a Dermatology Wednesday. Oh, I should probably shave. No, for real, right?
Shave?
Shouldn't you shave before you go to a dermatologist?
Your whole body?
No. What? what
They're
do
not
you
really
do
looking-
at a dermatologist?
They do a skin check on your whole body.
And what
your whole body.
I mean,
Am
I'm
I
pretty
going to be
sure.
in a gown?
Yes, you are. It's
For
going to be
real?
It's
Yeah.
going to be open in the back.
Let's go.
Open gown in the back.
I thought they were just going to look at my
No.
face.
No, it's your body. You got to. It's a whole body check, man.
See if your butt
You know, it's
skin is
the
okay.
largest organ in the body.
The skin.
Oh.
Oh, that other thing.
And that's definitely not large.
Wouldn't it make sense? Wouldn't it make sense for me to shave my bearding if I'm going to a dermatologist?
Honestly, you can probably see moles through that, but if you feel like
As white as it is, I would say.
I don't
so.
have any. Stop looking at me. Celebrity birthdays.
Sure.
think so.
Jason's just like, what?
I
just
didn't
happened?
know this is going to be a full nude
Sorry.
experience. I thought I was going to get like a, oh, hey, your skin's great. Don't stay in the sun too long.
Thought I'd prepare you.
Here's a lollipop. I don't know. Whatever.
That's probably the way.
It's sunscreen you get.
Who's the doctor? All right.
Analog.
Oh, is it a girl?
Is that better or worse?
Why you
I don't.
request
There's
who
pros
you
and cons,
want.
brother.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons.
Describe them.
I'll do that later. None of them are really good. It's like cons and bare cons.
And shocking.
You just start flexing.
Yeah. It's cold.
It's cold.
She knocks on the door. He's like flexing.
Why is he doing
what time
push-ups?
is it? You look like a lowercase f. Celebrity birthday. Just don't think about just celebrity birthdays.
Happy
Don't
birthday,
think about it.
Adam Levine.
Oh.
Watch, he's going to come out soon and be like, it's Ashley Levine. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Adam Levine.
He's covering tattoos.
Is he covering them? Really?
Yeah, he's out a ton now.
He's dreamy as hell.
He did Skater Boy, didn't he?
I'm sorry, Avril Lavigne?
Who?
You did not just say he did Skater Boy. This is Maroon 5.
Weren't we just talking about Avril Lavigne last week?
Yes.
That might be the best thing.
And what was the
he
thing we
said.
discovered? That she married the dude from the thing, but then the dude from the...
She kept getting divorced.
But then didn't... Anyways.
And now they think that she's AI. They don't think that that's the real
Avril Lavigne, or Adam Levine, 44?
Nice try.
Is he younger? No, he's older.
49.
God, he looks great for 49.
Yeah, he's good looking.
47.
48.
Oh, she married Chad Kroger at Nickelback. That's what it was.
We have a correct answer.
All
Happy 47th birthday, Matt George.
Hey, well done. Hey, you thought it was Avril Lavigne.
Happy birthday, Queen Latifah.
Oh, love her.
Oh, I think she's
Axie.
She looks good too. For her age.
62. I think she's in her 60s.
Yeah.
Hairspray.
No, it's a microphone.
Oh my goodness.
What is-
63.
Celebrity birthdays.
66.
62.
Oh, I just got sandwiched. Great.
You picked 62.
I thought I picked 63.
Unless I looked it up wrong. We're all in the wrong decade. 56.
Oh,
I guess I thought she was
Jesus.
older.
She's
She
been
started
around
like
Yeah.
since what, 17?
for real.
She started rapping at
Came
like
straight out of high
17.
school.
Happy birthday. We mentioned him earlier today. Scala BCA, former King.
I think he's 30 today.
Scallops sound good, by the way.
The Scallop.
I know, but they
That
do
is
sound
his full
good.
name, though. Scallop Lavissier.
I'll go 29.
I'll go 28.
27.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Carmichael Dave. Happy 30th birthday.
There you
Scal's
go.
my pal.
Big Scout guy.
Scal the pal.
All right, that's
Scal
it.
pal.
Coming up next, the award-winning Matt and Kayla show.
Which one is that?
Ooh.
I don't know.